And we're live. Hello and welcome, everybody. This is Saves vs. Death, a Cyberpunk Red tabletop actual play and podcast that airs every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Saves vs. Death. This is our Shades of Scarlet campaign. We also have another campaign, Indie Bandits, that airs every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, so definitely join us for that as well if you can. I am Blank, the game master, referee, and occasional maniacal overlord who runs this campaign. Jess runs the other one, but with me today is Jess, who plays Moxie 11, who wants her story at any cost. Hades as Deeps, who still doesn't know what happened to his family. Games as Wraith, who longs for a quiet life. And Ada, who plays Checkers, the only one that knows the truth. Is that true? Okay.
I don't think any of those are true.
That's what you get when you let me write things.
I love it.
I disagree. I think Wraith does long for a quiet life. He just has no idea how to get there.
That's probably accurate.
Okay.
Anyway,
crazy if you had a quiet life.
Yeah.
But hey, if you guys like what we do and would like to see us keep getting better, we currently have 3 shows. That's the Shades of Scarlet, this one, Night City Sofa, which we just did on Thursday, and Indie Bandits, which we will be doing tomorrow. And we have a 4th one that's on its way at some point down the future. I'm not quite sure yet when. It's soon-ish. But right now, Shades of Scarlet's the only one that's made it to podcast, and the reason for that is because we could use some help. So if you lock your Amazon Prime and your Twitch account and they become best friends, you get a free subscription every month. You could spend that on us. You have to do it every month, unfortunately, but it costs you nothing and it helps us out immensely. Also, liking, comments, spreading things, sharing them with your friends, neighbors, that kind of thing. Also really good. We have a Patreon that you can join. If you do that, you will get access to the Moxie files, which is some writing that Moxie did in character. We've got the character sheets. You can actively see how much money we have left and the fact that we're almost Cyber Psycho. The character generation for all of our characters, even Kenner and other characters that have guest starred but not been here for the long term. And at different levels, you can get things like shirts, mugs, hoodies, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. On the topic of merch, however, we also do now have merch proper. If you go to redbubble.com/people/savesdeath/shop, you will see a selection of merchandise. We will be updating that here before much longer. I know Indie Bandits has a really cool one. I saw some prototype sketches for. I don't know if Jess has seen them yet, but they look really cool. Yeah, and so we will be updating that merch anytime now, and you can order stuff that is all kinds of stuff. Like you'll notice Hades, I don't know what side he's on, has one of our sweet hats from the website that has Bob, our logo.
New Bob.
Yeah. But you can also get a pillow that says, "This is my formal Hawaiian shirt." You can get, I don't know, the coffee mug with our faces on it, I guess.
I think there's a mouse pad that you can get of like the gang.
Yeah, the gang.
Yeah.
The art by Cruxler, yeah.
Which was awesome.
Was.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of ways that you can help us out. We appreciate everything that you've done for us in the past and everything that you will do in the future. We are growing and we love you guys, and we're doing it because of you. Otherwise, we'd just be a whole bunch of people hanging out telling stories anyway, but it's good that we have a community. So thank you for being part of that.
And with that, let's pass it on to Hades to talk about our Games to Grow charity.
So we actually had an overwhelming success in our charity. We had a goal of 200, I believe, and we actually way exceeded it, bringing in $480. Amazing. A big thank you to everybody for their grateful donations and helping and spread the word. As promised, we will still give away a copy of Black Chrome. However, the top donor has asked that we give it to someone in the community. To get a chance to win this prize, head to our Twitter page, follow, leave a like, and tell us about a game of Cyberpunk you played. The link can be found in our chat. The winner will be selected from after our intermission. To be sure to head there ASAP and enter to win a copy of Black Chrome. And make sure you go to Twitter.
The link is in the chat to that Twitter post. Please use that post because that's the place we'll be looking for them during intermission.
Well, and I'm excited because I think that the funds go towards a lot of good. Like, I think that Games Girl will be able to do a lot of good with that. So
Indeed.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
And in thanking our community and being part of it, I want to welcome Dabuya J and Thundercat 420. That one was much easier to say. So welcome, family. Yeah, if you guys want me to attempt to butcher your Twitch handle or really throw me a curveball, please follow. So and
obscure names only, please. No, actually, anybody can do it.
Not only obscure names. I will
but
not.
Obscure names encouraged.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys, and thank you so much for being part of our little community.
Indeed,
for sure.
And as we get closer to the actual game, since I think most of our announcements are over, Anna will give you our warning.
Yep. So guys, this is a dark future, which means there is mature graphic content and it could be there at any time. If it makes you uncomfortable, please step away for 15 minutes. We should be past it relatively quickly, and your mental health is important to us. So take care of yourself.
Indeed. And with that, let's get to our last time on. So, last time on Shades of Scarlet, our gang executes their plan to snatch Smoogy's chip. Moxie holds her appointment with Nail Me, while Wraith and Deeps go in pretending to be security consultants. Checkers stands by in the car outside, and Cammy heads around the building to make sure the back exit is covered. Smoogy's bodyguard spots Moxie's gun, but thinks nothing of it. And Wraith and Deeps convince the manager of the salon to check out the network. They make the first swap and head into the back where they intend to make the second swap. But the manager starts getting suspicious, and I rolled a fucking 34 or something.
She's ex, MI6.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Most observant manager of all time. She definitely deserves a raise. Anyway, she starts to get suspicious as Deeps fiddles with to get the chip loose from her thumb. Fortunately, he manages to pull it free and swap it with a fake just as he's getting ushered out because the manager, she doesn't realize what they're doing, but she thinks that they're trying to steal things. Wraith causes a scene on his way out, as Wraith does cause a scene no matter where he goes, which Deeps gives just enough time to swap the false hand and and replace the original. And the team heads out. However, they've tried to contact Cammy several times by this point and has received no reply. So they head around to the back to check on her and find her being pinned against the wall, being questioned by one of Smooky's bodyguards. She fails to convince him that she was just there in the street. So he puts a gun to her chin, and who knows what was about to happen, but Checkers and Deeps, just in time, fail a stealth check to come to the rescue, distract him, and then they have a shootout with the bodyguard. But they manage to rescue Cammy and escape. It seems, for now, the team has accomplished the mission. They have both chips in their possession, what seems to be a lifelong goal at this point. The only thing left is for Moxie to Delta, but that security guard seemed somewhat suspicious of her. We'll see what happens next, tonight. In fact, not only tonight, but right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Moxie.
Yo.
You're sitting in the chair at the salon after the gunfire just completely dies down. People from inside the salon are like, turning in their chairs as if somehow they can look out this front window to see what's going on, but obviously it's not pointing in the correct direction. The ones that are, mobile, not sitting in the chair getting a pedicure or a manicure or whatever, have headed to the window and some peek their heads outside to have a look. And one is on their phone calling the cops. And obviously, per usual, on hold.
Really
What are
made it to hold. I'm impressed. I call it just rings.
Oh, true. You're right. I take
This is
that
a nice
No,
back.
I
part
like
of
that they
town.
got to hold. I like that
Yeah.
they got to hold.
Okay, fair enough. I did mean just ringing, but that's fine. So anyway, they're on the phone. What are you doing?
She's been sitting in the chair getting her pedicure, waiting for her pedicure since her person
I
was the
believe-
manager that had walked away.
I believe she did come back at some point. Perhaps not.
I think so. After they actually left.
Yeah.
She's been on her phone. She did look in the direction of the shooting. She does kind of glance out the window, but when she hears them say that they've got the chip and they're gone safely, she'd close the whatever text message channel she had open, and I think she'd go to just news sites and look up news reports as she does.
Okay.
She's just there having her pedicure like last time.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna just
Occasionally
coast on
glancing
that
out the
last
window
acting
and-
check that you did to.
Sure.
That's fine. So you're just sitting there waiting. The pedicure is getting completed. Your pedicurist says, "Better feet this time. Better feet.
Yes, thank you.
Look so pretty. What color?"
Light blue with the pink petals across.
Okay. She heads to the back, starts getting the nail polish that you've requested. And then, not too much longer later, the bodyguards do walk in. Smoogie seems unaffected, like she's some sort of untouchable being. At least that's the way she appears. She's just relaxing back. She's got the cucumber slices over her eyes.
Yeah.
And a hot towel over her forehead, and just chilling, letting things go. She has no hands, completely vulnerable, yet seems to be unaffected by that. The bodyguards, however, do walk back in, and they go over to her. You're sitting in the chair next to her. She doesn't appear to have rented out the entire salon this time. Perhaps it was a busy day. Or not the entire salon, but she had an empty side last time. They walk to her side, and they're speaking in Japanese. You don't understand Japanese, if I understand that correctly.
She would know a couple words, but she couldn't make it a conversation. No.
Okay. The one word I guess you could pick up perhaps is killer.
Okay.
And one guy is holding his side pretty fiercely. He's bleeding from it. And they call the manager over, who is returning with your blue nail polish, and have a conversation in Chinese with her. And this guy is very talented. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
He's a professional.
He's a
Yeah.
professional. Wow, that's not a joke. But anyway, he heads back to her. I'm sorry. They have a conversation for a small bit, and she nods and brings Sun back over to her and says, escort these people to the back. And the one who is injured walks to the back. The other one, however, passes you a look.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I mean, no more than any casual person in a salon would do. Looking out the window, looking at this injured dude that just walked in, probably dripping blood over the floor, trying very hard not to get her nice clean feet in this blood where he's probably standing very close by.
He's not too far, but no blood
yeah.
hits your feet.
And then on her phone. So it's just kind of like she's still doing her thing, and then kind of like, is there something going on? What are these guys doing? Well, I don't understand that. Okay, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. So it's no more rubbernecking than the casual person would do.
Okay. Rolling human perception here.
Sure.
He looks you over for a good minute or so. And turns back and goes to the back. Your lady comes to you, your pedicurist, polishing your nails in, I don't know, 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, gets them polished. The guy doesn't actually go all the way into the back room. He stands at the door towards the back, looking forward towards the door. Seems like he's watching.
Starting the back door, looking at the front door?
Correct. He is staying somewhat nearby Smoogie. And his gun is out of its holster and just casually at his side. But he is definitely trying to be as alert as possible, you know, looking between her and the door. And then your nails get finished. And she helps you out of the seat. And she says, next week?
We'll see. It depends on if I get a job or not, but I might be getting my fingernails done, seeing as you've done such a wonderful job and you've been recommended. Your work has been recommended, so.
Well, thank you.
Though with all this activity that's been going on, I don't know. I thought it would be safer here in the upper marina.
Bad day. Not normally like this. But we give you a discount this time, huh?
Thank you.
If I could remember what
How much
the previous...
Yeah, I want to say... I'm like, it's between 100 and 150. I want to say it was 100.
Actually, yeah, I know. I got it here, actually. For both, it's 100, so it's 50. She's going to give you a discount of $10 off, so 40 eddies.
For 40 eddies?
For just the pedicure.
Okay. Moxie will give her 50.
She says, oh, thank you. Shishini.
You're very welcome. I appreciate it.
She takes the money, puts it in the cash register, and, pockets the 10.
Moxie will put on her anti-smog breathing mask.
Okay.
And head out to her car.
She heads out. Unscathed. The guy does nothing to stop you. And...
For pedicure, man. I don't know.
And by the way, if you expose those sweet toesies out to the world, you do get a +1 to wardrobe and style.
Yes. Nice.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
Thank
is
you
it
for the
hydrate?
hydrate, undead, by the way.
Thank you.
I should take this opportunity, however, to also open my other drink.
Yes.
So, the group is in the car. The Galena, I believe. Driving out. Cammy's at the wheel. She's got her hands steadily on 10 and 2, like white-knuckled grip. She does take it away for a moment, like at a stop sign, to readjust her smog mask, because it got fucked up when she got punched in the face. But other than that, she is like completely focused on the road. Where are we going?
I say back home.
Can I? It hurts.
Look, stop being a jerk about it. I fixed your lung. You'll be fine. We'll get you to ponds. You'll be good by morning.
There's a sting sticking out of my chest.
Yeah,
There's what sticking out of your chest?
I had fixed his deflated lung.
I
Oh,
hope- yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, no, Pons will take the thing out of your chest. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so we need to get to ponds.
Yeah.
Tammy, do you want me to drive?
Yeah, that'd be great. I really don't do this.
Okay.
I don't know where to pull off.
Is there anywhere nearby that I can see?
Yeah, you spot a way, a few blocks down the road.
Over there.
Okay. She goes.
Does she have to parallel park?
Probably, but she doesn't. She just stops. in
Yeah,
that
she just
way.
like pulls to the side into it,
Yeah.
Diagonally.
Yeah, diagonally.
Well, Chinese fire drill. Run around real quick.
Okay.
Right.
Chinese fire drill and get to the other side and then, pull back into traffic. Do you have a 10 herb crater in driving?
I have, like...
Because you're pretty
Mm,
much in the
fine.
same situation she is otherwise.
The reason I'm not driving.
I have an 8.
Oh.
You have
You're
the same
actually-
score I do.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. That's air vehicle. Hold on.
Oh,
Land vehicle, I have a 9.
there you go. That's
Minimum
at least
needed
one
to
better
drive
than
without
hers.
a check.
Yeah, I guess cars are not common. Anyway, so you pull back out and head into traffic. And it's busy, but eventually you guys drive towards your home. Are you just leaving Jess behind? Because I think y'all took the same car, if I remember.
No, she
No, we
doesn't.
have
No,
two separate
she took
cars.
her
We have
car.
Okay.
She went
three
with
separate
Cammy.
cars.
You have three
Yeah.
separate cars.
Yeah.
Because Rex is in his own car.
Right.
Her and Cammy went in a car, and the rest of us were in the Galena.
Correct.
So I'm going to contact Rex at this point.
Okay. Rex says, "You all right? Looks like the guards went back inside, so I didn't take a shot."
Well, that's fine. Did Moxie get out clear?
Yeah, Moxie's clear.
All right, then go back to the hovel. We'll meet there.
All right, see you there.
Thank you.
Does anyone hunt?
I
Yeah.
couldn't see what was going on. Oh.
Yeah, Cammy got roughed up a little bit in the alley, and Deep's here took a bullet to the lung, but he'll be all right.
We're going straight to ponds.
Okay. Moxie will text Pons.
Okay.
And
Woo!
just
Thanks for the sub.
Oh, Thanks for the sub.
She'll just text him and let him know that Deeps is coming in with a stabilized punctured lung.
It's a quick fix. It hasn't been repaired.
He's fine.
Deeps
Lock
has
it
a
off.
punctured lung. He's on his way. He's X minutes out ish.
Pon says, "Oh. All right. Sure. I'll get things ready."
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And the group starts heading back home, I suppose.
Yeah, Moxie would head if she knows that Rex is clear. She'll head to the
Yeah.
to the hovel. Instructed.
Rex eventually reports, all right, I'm back in my vehicle. We're good.
All right, let's go.
Drive safe.
Back at you. Guys, start heading back home. On your way home, Moxie receives a call on the telephone.
Okay.
Ooh.
She's also changed her hair, by the way, to blue with pink flowers in it
To
her
match?
toes.
Nice.
So,
I hope you're wearing sandals.
thank you for whoever redeemed that because that's amazing.
Boots.
You're
That is
welcome.
amazing.
She's always in combat boots. She has one pair of shoes, but when she walks around the apartment barefoot, man, her toes look great.
Just cut open the sneakers. Then they're open toe.
Mm-mm.
It's so classy.
Remove the steel toe, you'll be good.
You'd still get the +1, weirdly enough.
So, what's
but maybe
the number?
minus
Who's
one.
calling me?
Colt.
Oh, okay. She'll answer it on speakerphone.
Howdy.
Hi, Colt. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. How are things on your end?
Both packages have been secured.
That is fantastic to hear. We don't have very much longer till this left, and I forgot to mention to you guys earlier this week. We want to meet up tomorrow to discuss the plans, because we're going to need about a day out on the site to prepare. And
Okay.
delivery is expected to be there at the station we're going to at roughly on Friday sometime in the early afternoon.
Okay.
And we need to just meet up and discuss everything so we're all on the same page and we can get last minute prep work out of the way. I'm really glad to hear you have the keys. I was so worried about that. We have developed a contingency plan in case you didn't, but, better that you did.
Yeah. No, it was
Oz is going to be stoked to hear that.
That's
Delilah was barking up the tree all fucking night last night, so.
We'll talk more about it when we get there. What time tomorrow?
When are you free? We're kind of open. Oh, out here.
I will text you back in 30 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Stay frosty.
You too, Colt.
Hangs up. And the group heads through Night City. Let's see. Without incident.
Expecting a wild Pokemon to attack us because you rolled an event.
Yeah. A wild Bulbasaur appears. No,
Pikachu, I choose you.
that's a bad choice.
Yeah,
Electric's
no,
bad
it's
against
aggressive.
Charmander.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so anyway, you all head back up through the north. I mean, during the way there are squad cars heading down into across 16 for dealing with anything around the marina area, perhaps, or northern Little Europe. But other than that, you guys make it home scot-free. Good job.
Almost a perfect mission.
Almost perfect mission.
Pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, that's close. That's close. When you get back to the Nook, what are you doing?
Take deeps into ponds.
Taking deeps to ponds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not breathing well.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Stop being a baby.
You are drawn into Pons. Pons, has secured a spot for you in the back. He says, just lie here. I'll be with you in a minute.
Thanks, man.
You need a dose of speed heal?
I probably will after. I think something's real bad.
No. All right. Oh, I'm sure we can take care of it.
Thank you.
He gathers some things from outside and then comes back in with a med scanner, runs it over you, and what is the quick fix DV for this thing? Which one do you have? Collapse lung?
Yep. DV is 15 for surgery.
Yep. Takes him about like 4 hours actually. Wait, is it surgery?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
Fair enough.
So you're put under and go into surgery. What would the rest of you all like to do while he does that? Guys are all standing around
do you
in
need a
ponds.
hand with him?
Oh, if you'd like to kind of learn a little bit, I can teach you some things, sure.
I'll assist.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey,
Just scrub up.
Wraith, let me know when you guys have a result.
Of course.
Oh,
Thanks.
add a checkers.
Yeah.
Checkers. Here.
Okay. Is it the chip?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, do you need me to bring you anything?
Green tea.
Ah. I just need to rest a minute.
Okay. Let me know.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks.
Good job. Thank you, by the way. For real.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hey, Pons, save the jacket, would you? It's mine.
Okay.
Like, just don't throw it away.
You can take.
I was gonna burn it, but all right.
I do a weak smile to Cammy, and anytime.
Back at you.
So, weirdly enough, I took 4 damage total. So,
Well, wait. The minimum you could have taken is 5, because that does not get ablated. That goes
you.
straight through armor.
I did not know that.
The bonus
So
damage
5
does.
damage.
Yeah. All good.
'Cause you told me it was a total of.
I know I shouldn't put them as totals because when you get a crit, the 5 damage gets applied directly to health no matter what.
It should be total damage and 5.
So yeah,
It's
so
it's
I
called
didn't even,
bonus damage.
I'm in a light wound state, but I think there's a bullet literally in my lung. Unless you took it out.
I took the bullet out.
He
You're
did, yeah.
fine.
Yeah, he took the bullet out. The quick fix does like restore functionality.
Okay.
But
But I
you
guess it's
but you
still
need
hurts.
surgery to
Yeah.
to permanently fix it.
Okay.
It comes, I think, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong on this, but if you take damage again, it comes right back.
It does.
Okay. Gotcha. I just don't know if I need the speed heal. I mean,
That
no,
is-
you probably only need a day of rest,
That-
honestly,
yeah.
No.
after the surgery.
up to you.
Okay.
I mean, you know how much he's going to charge you if you do.
Well, I have no money almost, so you figure that out.
I could help you with the cost of the speed hill. you feel like you need it.
No.
Hans does have money on credit.
Does he? I thought
Mhm.
that was used.
Nope.
No, I only use half of our available credit.
How much
No.
do you have?
The money that Moxie has on her account, there's 460 still on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
because she had 1,000 and I spent roughly half of it.
I
No.
could just spit on my mic. Sorry, Mike. Yeah, I totally did. It's right there. Anyway, for your ear pleasure, I will not try to remove it. Anyways, so you're working, Wraith. What are the rest of y'all doing?
Moxie went to the hovel. She's waiting for them.
Okay.
If they take too long, she'll send them a group message. Be like, hey, where are you?
I'd say Rex comes in before anybody else because they're all at Pons' clinic.
Mhm.
Has a seat. He's got like this big grin on his face. And he like walks in with a certain type of swagger. He's like, damn. Good work. Good work. That was solid.
If only the next one would go as smoothly.
Hey, you never know. I mean, with the kind of fucking streak we're on lately.
Why would you jinx it? Why?
I don't believe in that shit. He takes out a pack of cigarettes and slides out one. Sparks it up.
Can she reach for one? Would he stop her?
No. If
She
you
can take
reach
one.
if you reach for one, he like opens it and sets it towards you.
Nice.
And then leans over and lights it for you.
Perfect. She hasn't smoked in a while. She's been too broke.
Wraith asked me for a katana. He says.
Okay. Probably needs it for the mission, I would assume.
I know, I told him no. He's been such a fucking prick lately.
Okay. Can one of you just explain to me where
Look.
your relationship at? Because you told me that it was as good as it was going to be, or it was okay. Wraith tells me it's as good as it's going to be. I assume you two can work professionally together. Now you're telling me you can't. So what is it? Yes or no?
I will work with him on this job, but fuck Moxie. If he goes around telling everybody that like I'm a piece of shit and I don't do the most basic thing that I'm supposed to do, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't keep dealing with him, can I? You tell me what I need to do.
I'm not your fucking mother.
I'm asking for fucking advice. Chill out. I don't think you're my mom. Trust me. You look nothing like her. You're much prettier.
Thank you, I think.
Nah, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know.
My
I don't
mom's
know which-
bomb.
I don't want to go down this line of conversation.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know that I've ever heard him tell anyone else that you're whole about your job.
That's positive. You think he'll stay that way?
If you start denying him shit, probably not.
Maybe.
I mean, I could see him telling the story that he asked you for a katana, was willing to pay for it, and you told him no, or you couldn't get it.
That would be a fucking lie, but it wouldn't put it past him.
So, if you continue to get him the goods, he doesn't have a leg to stand on, right? It's just him.
I mean, if we're going
trying
to be honest,
posture to
Moxie,
you.
he doesn't got any legs to stand on right now.
No, he can't.
Oh.
He's just still without the chair.
Yeah, that's fair. Just want to take a sheep shot. Anyway, Oh, you're right. You're right.
I think you two need to sort your shit out. I don't know.
I don't know how. I tried.
Like, what happened? I thought you guys were okay.
Then
Like, what happened?
He came to my apartment asking me for this katana. Sucked up
Okay.
to me like a fucking bitch.
Hey, at least he put in effort.
Sorta. But when
Tried.
he came in, I asked him what we're going to do about our situation. And he said nothing. He said, this is the end. So I was like, nah, this is the end.
So you had a pissing contest and who got to end the relationship.
If you want to look at it that way. The way I look at it is, yeah, that pretty much just that, yeah.
Wraith is going to do,
I got hot. I got heated. All right.
and I'm sure he did as well. Just like he did when him and Colt got into it.
Yeah, that is gonna be a fun
That's-
one to tackle.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's problem.
I can try to help you smooth that one over. Cause I mean,
But you
I-
don't like him either at this point. What?
you know the problem, Moxie, is I do like Wraith. I actually think he does a lot for this community. I think he's good for it, and I like him here. I don't know
Have you
where
ever
he
told him
started. No, I'm not gonna fucking tell him that.
You
He
think that
started
maybe if
running
you
his
tell him
goddamn.
that,
No, this
he'll
isn't.
stop running his mouth?
No, I
Because
don't.
he thought you didn't. God. Who's working the bar?
Today, let's see, it's Tuesday, so it would be Frank.
Is it Frank?
Yeah.
Does Frank know Moxie's order? Like, at this point?
Uh-huh.
Could she just, like, catch his eye and just, like, mimic that she needs one?
All right, yeah, you catch him and
Thanks.
flag him down. He nods at you and then starts getting it prepped.
When I talked to him the first time, Wraith said there was no respect. That
Okay.
you and Colt didn't respect him.
How did we not respect him? That's what I don't get. Because I fucking brought out
You
a...
do realize Wraith sees the entire world completely different than any other person I have ever fucking met.
No, to be honest with you, this is really the first time I'm getting to interact with the guy. I mean, we've done business here and there in the past, but now I'm like getting to know him and I'm like, what the fuck?
That is my constant state of being with Wraith, for the most part.
Well, I'm glad it's not just me.
No.
But,
But he will be there for you when you need him.
well,
So, here's the thing. If Gojira actually continues, Wraith is going to be a part of it.
right.
I would like to continue to have you as our fixer.
I don't have a problem with that.
Except that means Wraith is also going to have you as a fixer. Because he's part of the group. So, you two, no, don't even give me that look. You two need to figure your shit out. And if it starts with you having to swallow your pride and tell him that you think he's a good person for this community and you like him, then that's what you're going to fucking do. And if at that point he rebuffs you, I'll handle it.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Frank, where's my drink?
Frank comes in, or walks up with your drink and sets it down in front of you. He gives Rex his beer.
She gives Frank like 20 eddies.
Right.
Downs it and hands the glass back. Can I have another?
Oh, a good day, or bad maybe. I don't want to know.
No,
He
you
takes
don't.
the glass and he goes.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, that's fair. At this
Because where
point,
he's at right now and everything he went through, he's not going to be the one to start it.
no, I know.
He's looking for a fight. So,
Why with me? What the fuck did I do?
he's also looking for a fight with Colt. What has she done?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know what their relationship's like.
I think he's talked to her twice. Maybe.
You know what I think it is, Moxie? I think he's pissed about the return I got on his goddamn shoes.
I
Yeah,
highly doubt that.
I bet you it is.
Highly
I
doubt
bet
that.
it's about his shoes.
I highly doubt that.
And he's also a little, I found out, he's a little salty. I came in with an assault rifle when he came into my apartment with smelling like fucking lighter fluid.
I mean, he was trying not to sit on your couch.
I didn't know he fucking put shoe polish all over his goddamn clothes. What kind of fucking lunatic put shoe polish all over their fucking clothes?
And you're wondering why I live in a constant state of what the fuck with Wraith.
All I know is that he smelled like a fucking, I don't know, a goddamn Molotov. And he comes in and he won't sit down. Like he's rigged to explode or something. I protected myself.
Like I said, I think he's looking for a fight. I think he's looking for anything to burn bridges, and if you reach out first, it'll go better.
Ugh.
And if you like him, and you want to be his friend, and you want to keep working with us, then just be the bigger man and fix it. I'll offer him that branch first, and if he doesn't, I'll smack some sense into him quite literally.
All right. All right. He takes a deep swig of his beer. You want this? It's like half full.
No, I've got something much stronger coming.
Give it to whoever's next. He stands up.
Whoa, no, where are you going?
I got some things I gotta take care of.
Colt called me. I
Oh,
was
really?
waiting for the rest of the group. Yeah.
All right. I'm free for whatever. Just let me know what the plan is.
Tomorrow sometime, and then we're heading out Thursday
Sounds good to me.
for delivery Friday.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Stay frosty, Mox.
You too, Rex.
Takes off. Hey, actually, before he leaves, he like catches himself on his way into that little office, and he turns around back towards you. Hey, are you gonna be at your crib later tonight?
As far as I know, unless things change between now and then.
I got something for you, so try to be around. I'll give you a ring before I head over.
Okay.
He leaves.
She looks very confused. She's just like, I do not have the energy to deal with this right now. And she texts the group, where are you?
I would assume that at around this time you guys are heading back, or is there?
Yeah.
Okay. They've walked in before you send that text.
Okay.
You are not,
I
obviously.
was gonna say, did
I was
Wraith
scrubbed in.
actually like leave?
Yeah.
This is
Yvonne.
That's his scrubbed
in.
in pantomiming.
Wait, I'll do mine too.
Perfect. Thanks,
And
guys.
by you guys, I definitely only mean checkers.
And Tammy?
Oh,
And
and
Cammy.
Cammy. And Cammy. Cammy's like rubbing her jaw.
What are you drinking? It's a Cammy.
Vodka tonic.
I'll get drinks. Be
Where's...
there in a second.
You haven't hit the table yet.
No. She does, though. She slides into the booth.
What happened to you? You okay?
Yeah. She pulls off. Oh, I guess she already has her smog mask on. But anyway, she says, yeah, I started trying to sneak around back just to have a look. And there was a fucking dude right there. And he spotted me. And I swear, I only just peeked my head around. But he saw me and he gave me chase, and I'm not very fast. So he caught me pretty easy. And then he started asking me all these questions, what I was here for. He started asking me about Smokey. And, you know, I told him nothing, but he didn't buy anything I said. And then he punched me in the face while he slapped me. And then put his gun against my chin. And I don't know what would have happened, but if Deeps and Checkers hadn't showed up, some things could have happened.
It killed me that I couldn't be there.
So that's the job.
I'm very glad you're okay. She reaches over and she squeezes like Kami's hand.
She squeezes it back. Checkers comes to the table at this point.
I'm gonna give Cammy her drink and then just like chug back mine.
Frank also gives you Moxie's second drink.
Okay, I'll also hand that to Moxie.
Thank you. What is Checkers drinking?
Good question.
She usually has beer, but this requires something harder, so I'm guessing it's some kind of like vodka with juice type thing.
Nice. Screwdriver.
Yeah. She'll just nod and be like, "There's half a beer that Rex drank if anybody wants it."
Yeah, sure, I'll have it in a minute.
Wraith?
He's helping
Pawns with Deeps.
Is it just me, or are they like really close now?
Probably. He spent a lot of time with Pawns.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah, with the physiotherapy. Well, that's good. I know he wanted to get into that field, so. It's good to know it's one bridge he isn't burning down. And she drinks from her.
The doctor would be a bad bridge to burn.
Yeah.
I mean, the fixer wasn't a great bridge either, but hey, here we are.
Yeah. So, fairly sure Deeps will be okay, but it's probably going to be a while before we know. For sure.
Okay. She's gonna put 5 eddies in the white noise machine,
Okay.
just so she doesn't have to talk in code.
Sure.
If it wasn't already going when her and Rex were having the conversation, if he didn't start it.
He hadn't. But also, there's
I
not
assume.
really anybody in here.
Cool. She'll start it anyway, just in case.
Okay.
Actually, can she, after she starts it, or before she starts it, can she search like under the table for a bug? No, he would have noticed if there was a bug. Never mind.
Rex would have.
Yeah. No, she'll start the white noise machine.
Okay.
I will mark that down later. Okay, so I got a call from Colt. I told her we had both keys. The Nomads want to meet tomorrow at some time, whatever time's convenient for us, so we'll... How long is Palms going to be with Deeps? Do you guys know?
A
He
while.
didn't say.
He didn't say.
Okay.
They're supposed to let us know as
Surgery,
soon as they...
so we know it's a while at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's aim maybe then early evening with the Nomads. No, that doesn't give us a lot of time if we need to get anything.
Why don't we aim for... What day is it today? Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah. But we have to leave. We're leaving out there for on Thursday.
Oh.
Because we need to set up and deliveries on Friday. Like, the bullet is arriving on Friday.
Yeah, why don't we say late evening on tomorrow?
Because if we're leaving Thursday and there's anything we need to get last minute, that doesn't give Rex any time to get it for us.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I mean,
Deeps needs to
if all fails, Deeps can...
take a shot
I
of
don't know,
speed
we'll
heal.
Yeah. Will they
Yeah.
demand that he's at the meeting?
I mean,
It
we're
would be
probably
good
all
to
gonna
have
want to
him
be there.
there.
This is the
Okay.
meeting, right?
Yeah, to talk about planning and strategy and knowing what everyone can do. I don't want to leave anyone out.
Okay, well, I mean, I'd say mid-afternoon then. At least give Rex one night to work his magic.
Does that seem reasonable from what we've known in asking Rex to get things? Is that...
It depends on the item.
Yeah.
There are things that he can get very quickly, but
Mhm.
it all depends on an operator test.
Okay.
And the rarity of the item.
Yeah.
For something simple, he can get it pretty quick. If you're talking like arms, as long as it's not like completely obscure, he can get it pretty quick. But anything like a little more crazy,
Hey Rex, we need an AV. You can get that in a couple hours, right?
an AV would probably be one of the more complicated things. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. All right. Mid-afternoon. I think that'll work. If he needs a dose of speed heal, then I'll cover it.
Like he has bullets on hand, you know.
Yeah. Okay, because that will give him however long in surgery plus tonight for Deeps to heal.
Yeah.
So if we go mid-afternoon, he'll also have the morning, and if he needs speed heal, I'll cover it.
Okay.
It's not like he has to do a lot of moving; he just has to make it there. So.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, I if I'm guessing, I'd say he'll be okay to meet, but it might not be great showing up with him, you know, in a wheelchair.
Does he need a wheelchair?
Probably not. I don't know what he needs.
That way we could.
Where
both
did he
be
get hit?
theirs.
It was a lung. Is what I heard.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still
Oh,
walk
yeah.
with a
Yes,
punctured lung. You
shot
just can't.
straight
You
into the
can't walk
chest.
fast. I would know.
Yeah, can we just have a rate there, like inflating his lung or something?
Mhm.
Yes.
Definitely.
You know what? Sure. She takes a swig of her drink.
Or they could do, you know, little CPR. I wouldn't mind watching it.
I mean, worst case scenario, I know Pons has a device that will keep your lungs inflated. At worst, he's wearing that for a bit,
Okay.
but you can still move.
So, yeah, he'll probably be able to make a meeting.
Something
Yeah.
to consider. What if Pons fails this surgery?
With Wraith helping him?
I'd rather not buy trouble.
No, Pons brought me back from what? Near death?
Fair.
With the same much. And I had how many bullets in my lungs? Deeps will be fine. One.
That's true. He saved you from a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He kind of doesn't belong in this place, huh?
He's definitely more talented than most.
No. We're very lucky to have him. That's all I'll say.
It's true. Anyway, so I guess we just wait here? Or what do you want to do?
2 o'clock tomorrow, meeting with the Nomads, yeah?
2 o'clock
Yeah.
tomorrow, meeting with the Nomads. Sounds good.
Moxie's gonna text that to Colt.
Okay.
Meeting tomorrow,
Yeah.
2 p.m., question mark.
Nova.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna.
And then she's gonna text that to Rex. No, she's gonna message the group chat so that Deeps and Wraith also have it when they eventually look and can't say, I don't remember. And that includes texting Rex.
Dang it.
Ah.
I'm gonna go upstairs because I have things that I need to keep safe.
All right.
Yes. By the way, thanks for helping Kami.
Yeah,
Of course.
for sure.
Of course.
Saved my life back there.
Why is it so weird that I'd help?
It's not weird.
It's not weird.
We're just being grateful.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys always seem
Why are you
shocked
so
when I
weirded
help.
out that we're grateful?
Yeah.
Because you guys seem weird about it.
Do people not thank you when you save their lives?
I
You
don't
know,
really have to
honestly,
say people's lives.
Sometimes no.
Well,
But
when you
it's like
save
you-
lives, people tend to thank you.
No, it's not that you should say thank you. It's that you seem, I don't know, surprised I do it.
Not surprised. I'm grateful you saved Cammy's life. Cammy's
Okay.
one of the first
Yeah,
people.
I'm just gonna go upstairs now.
Okay.
You're welcome to come up if you want. I just want.
You seem like
Things
you want
secure
out
place.
of this conversation.
Yeah,
so,
it kinda
and-
seems
and
that way.
company,
And-
so
and-
you
And
go
we're not
ahead.
gonna press you.
Yeah.
No, I am holding something that is key to what's gonna happen next.
Was that a pun?
Yes. No, not intentionally.
It was good though.
And I've had my drink, which is what I needed. But
Oh,
now
here's
I feel
the
like
beer.
I need to get this somewhere safe. Right,
Okay. Why don't
beer.
you go lock it
Slam
up
it back.
and come back down?
That works.
Okay.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
So yeah, Checkers will go put the chip away.
Make your brisk exit, trying to get rid of this thing like it's hot potato. And
Little bit.
Cammy looks back at you after she exits and says, "She's weird."
It's very awkward.
All right. I'm glad it's
Yeah.
not just me.
Not just you. Second person to tell me that in almost as many minutes.
What?
Wraith and Rex are having issues. Again.
Still, you mean?
I thought they fixed it. Is that not what you guys told me?
Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. If I said it, I don't know.
That they were as good as they were going to get and they could work together.
I mean, I did say something to that effect. But frankly, I don't fucking know.
Well, apparently Wraith went and asked Rex for a katana and then told him that the relationship was over. To which Rex then, of course, said, "No, I'm ending it."
Are they fucking boyfriends or something? What the hell?
I don't know. But apparently it's I
They're-
have to fix it.
I mean, you're kind of the mama of the group.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry, but it's
I don't
true.
want to be.
You're a hot mama, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take it as a compliment. And she downs her drink a second time.
All right. So, group waits 4 hours pass, unless you guys want to do anything else. All right.
Like to spend luck on the surgery.
You don't need to. You just give Bonds a +1.
But I want to look good for Pawns.
The +1 did end up being clutch. I rolled really poorly on this roll, so
Oh,
I'm
nice.
very glad that you did that.
Thank you for helping.
Oh, nice.
I would have
No,
had to
this'll be
take
fine
another
for
4
Paul.
hours and increased his odds somehow. So it's a good thing. And the two of you actually end up catching pawns in a mistake, and that's how you help.
Like very subtly, like, or what if we did this? Like,
I was like, oh yeah, I knew that. Right. And you do patch him back up, and Deeps, you are back on your feet 4 hours later, good as new. Sore from the surgery, of course. But he's got you on some pretty good pain meds. Hey, thanks for the sub, Carmom. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Always kind of you. Want to take a quick moment to remind everybody that we have a Black Chrome giveaway right now. If you go to the link that will be posted in our chat here in a minute, you can post, make sure you follow, like, and then post with some story about your Cyberpunk Red experience or any tabletop
Dreams of
RPG.
Cyberpunk Red.
Dreams of Cyberpunk, yeah.
What? Dreams? Sure.
Like,
I don't
like
care.
potential-
Just post on there. Talk to us, and we will enter you for a giveaway that we will reveal the winner at the after the intermission. So, that was a good segue. Moving back to what?
I'm sorry that my keyboard is loud, clacky, clacky. I actually have another keyboard that'll be significantly quieter. I didn't hook it up before the stream.
So all your ears will feel less fucked. The group finishes up with whatever they're doing, their collective things, finish washing after surgery. Deeps take a minute to just breathe because it feels good to breathe once more.
Yay!
And you're back on your feet. And then what are you guys doing? What would you like to do?
I guess that after I secure the chip, I'm back downstairs with Moxie and Cammy if they're still there.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, we would've waited for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to the bar.
Going to the bar.
Okay. You guys both head into there, and Moxie and I will remind you that the white noise generator has fallen off by this point because it's only an hour.
Yeah, for the 3 hours while he's in surgery,
Sure.
that's remaining after their conversation.
Sure.
I think they're just chatting with one another.
All right. When you guys walk in, Frank's there. It looks like they're doing a transition shift. Kuniko is taking up the second half of the shift. But he still, serves you both up your favorite drinks, the green tea, and I don't know what Deeps drinks actually. Beer? I think just a beer.
Yeah, what do you usually
I
drink?
think it's
usually
just a
get
beer.
the Casanova.
Oh, the Casanova, yeah.
An homage to your other character. Okay.
Yep.
He serves you up a Casanova and a beer when he spots you guys, giving you guys a friendly wave with his steel cyber hand, or chrome cyber hand, and then put some in front of you.
I'm gonna get around for the table.
Okay.
Check my money. Yes, I'm gonna buy a round for the table.
Speaking of money, let's charge you for this surgery.
You had to bring up money.
I'm
didn't
sorry.
you?
Yep.
It was coming eventually.
I know, but I was hoping you would forget for this moment.
I am not.
Until after we get paid from the bullet.
Yes.
An
Oh,
elephant
Hans, did I
never
forget to pay you?
forgets. Except for I'm not an elephant and I forget all the time, so that's fair. Is 500 eddies for this particular surgery.
Ooh. All right.
They made a loan you some money.
There's 400 and what? Did you say 20 or 480?
460 left in her
460.
fund.
No, I'm gonna text the group chat that I'm a little short on this surgery. It's 500.
I have some money on account with Pawns. If I don't think Moxie knows off the top of her head how much is there.
Sure.
You can ask him.
Is that cool? I'll put it back in when we're done.
I wouldn't have offered it if you couldn't use it.
All right.
I mean, I know I can be bitchy, but that's a bit much.
So you use the 460. Pons also does call or text you, Moxie, to confirm that it's okay. But
She says, of course.
get back. Okay, and now we fast forward through time, back here.
Okay. All right.
And you buy
So it's all
around.
gone now, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it's
it
all
is.
gone.
Okay, just making sure.
Sure. The five of you have a seat together at the table. I'm glad you've all joined me today.
Yeah, thanks for calling this
Thanks
meeting.
for calling this meeting.
I have a proposal.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
Once upon a time, with our old group, we had a pool of money dedicated to the group to cover group expenses.
Oh, technically, we still have $200 in that.
Oh, do we? The one, the,
Yeah,
the
and-
stuff you gave me
I've
is
never
gone.
used it. No, that
Wait.
was money you gave me. This was different.
Oh yeah.
And don't we have Angus money somewhere?
No, that
No,
all
that's
went.
the 200 that's left.
So, I think that after we score, we designate some percentage of that to the group fund.
That feels reasonable to me.
The question is, what's the percentage?
I don't know
10%?
that I want to do a percentage, depending on how much we make each month.
Just
And
for
what
this
expenses are
job
coming
is
up.
what I'm talking about. Just some fixed number that we all pitch in, just to give it a nice pool.
No, how much do you want in there?
I was thinking at least
500
500
person.
each.
Seems reasonable.
I'm going to 500.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay.
Just when we get paid, you know.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's all I had to say. Thank you for coming to my meeting. Take care.
All right. I turn around.
You sit down, or stay
Come back.
stay there.
oh. Well, that's better.
Yeah.
How are you
gonna be
doing?
good for tomorrow?
Yeah.
He was fine.
I just.
Let him
I'm sorry,
fucking
when you just talk
soak
about
it up.
bad lungs, it really.
He's got a
you
girl
know,
here.
Right. It was pretty
Sounds
touch
really
and go.
bad.
It hurt.
Yeah, it does.
But you're okay.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
No, I feel like I can breathe again. It was rough earlier. But with
Okay.
Wraith patching me up in the car and getting the surgery helps.
Okay.
I think I can remove that from my list now.
Yay.
There was
Should've
a
seen
lot
the
of
other
blood
guy.
during the surgery.
You got what?
There was a lot of blood during the surgery. Like you were asleep for it. I haven't seen like lungs open like that before. That was a lot of blood.
Thank you for the follow.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Didn't catch the name. I apologize, but thank you for the follow.
I mean, I'm
I-
not
I'm-
surprised, and I don't know what. Sure.
I don't really want to think about that, but I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
It's Mao.
Malmo?
Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
for the sub for the follow.
Oh, Mal, I see it now. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for the comment. Or the whatever. Follow.
I'm so excited I can call you Mal next week.
Yeah,
when we
there you go.
introduce Our new followers. Yeah. I was like, oh, phew.
So you guys have a meeting with the nomads tomorrow?
So do you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do we have anything set up?
Yeah, you have a text. I hit the ignore button while you were under.
Oh,
Moxie will pay another 5 eddies.
Okay.
So we all have a meeting with the nomads tomorrow at, did I say 2?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, you
So
did.
2.
What's the number? 2?
Mhm.
At 2 to go over plan and strategy. The bullet's going to arrive Friday, and they want to be up there on Thursday. Arrives Friday early afternoon, and they want to be up on Thursday to do setup.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're
Yeah.
coming.
Mm-hmm.
Human perception. Roll your persuasion.
All right. What happened to my detail? Why don't we have nice things? Oh, there it is. 20.
All right. She just narrows her
Actually,
eyes
Wraith-
at you and then. All right.
We should probably go up there a little bit earlier so you can talk to Colt.
It's the part I'm not really looking forward to. The mission, I am 100% down for. That
I
talking to
be
Colt
there.
part.
Rex
Have
said
you
he'd be there
negotiated
to-
that nobody will bring weapons to that part of the meeting?
Why don't you want
She's
to
not
talk
going
to
to
Colt?
shoot you. I mean, depending on what you say, she's likely not going to shoot you.
You could start with, I'm sorry.
It's a really good start.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Wraith. I believe in you.
Thank you. I believe in you too.
Thanks.
When did you? What did you do with Colt?
I actually don't
Colt might
know.
have some bad blood.
Why?
We had a minor disagreement and it blew up, and then
They had a major
There was some
disagreement.
confusion.
There was no confusion. And you tried to burn down a bridge that you're now going to mend if you want to be there.
that what she said, but in different words.
It's called the truth.
You know, Wraith, I like and respect you, but honestly, burning bridges is a really terrible idea. Please trust me on this. It's a really terrible idea all the way around, no matter what you do. Okay?
Yeah, I value your opinion, and I respect you too.
Yeah, I don't think you're listening to me, though.
I am.
Well, he heard you.
The
Yeah,
words
but
went
hearing
right
me
in
and
his ear and
listening to
out the
me
other
are
one.
Yes,
totally
they
different
did.
things.
I told you
Okay.
that I appreciated the advice. It's
Yeah,
good
but-
advice.
Listen,
I can't even tell people I
one burned
appreciate it.
bridge ruined everything in my life. Okay? One.
Oh yeah.
One. It's a really good idea not to do that. Now, if you're cutting down a burned bridge because someone else burned it, it's a different matter. But I don't think that's what you did.
No.
It's not. As soon as he looked up to think, Mox is like, no, it's not.
No, she's just giving me ideas for the future.
So, is there anything else for the mission we need to discuss?
Read the planning meeting?
Because if there's not, I just want to get hammered, go home, and pass out. It hurts still.
I'll drink to
Alright.
that.
Yeah, I
Look
think we're
at
good.
things. I think it'll make most sense to do it all together tomorrow.
Yeah, go up to the bar.
Okay.
Okay. Guys go to the bar.
Wait, no,
Oh.
no. Before he goes up to the bar, she's like, no, wait, stop. 15 minutes beforehand, yeah? You don't get to
20,
just gloss
20.
over that like the conversation didn't just happen.
20 minutes.
You're gonna go talk to Colt 20 minutes before the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Alright.
also maybe shouldn't drive up there on my own.
No.
I had an experience recently where I was driving on the interstate and I realized I'm really not that great of a driver.
You know, I had that same. the same thing happened to me just a second ago.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
I will take Wraith if
It's really
Tekka's-
scary.
you don't mind driving the rest of them.
It's fine.
Thank you.
I assume Rex will take care of himself.
I assume. Well, you can ask him if he wants to ride with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Wraith, for clarifying that. Sorry to stop you.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go get a double for Deeps. A double Casanova for Deeps.
makes it confusing. Anyway, so Wraith heads over to the bar, picking up drinks for Deeps, and I assume everybody else. I don't really
I'm
know.
I'm going to text.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna text Rex and just be like, "Hey, if you need a ride tomorrow, I've got space in my car. If not, it's cool."
I'll take that.
Cool.
And then Wraith returns with the drinks for everybody, and you guys have a nice, quiet evening for once. And head back to your respective homes. At the end of the
Yeah, I'm
night.
subtracting the money for it.
Okay.
I think it's my turn for the bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. In the evening, Rex heads to, or I'm sorry, texts you. Moxie says, coming by soon.
Yeah. If she's back at the apartment, she'll say, okay. Yeah.
Okay. But before he gets there, he stops at Wraith's door and gives it a knock.
I opened the door.
I am passed out.
I am probably not asleep, but I don't
Thank
know
you,
if I'd
Velvet
be in the
Sanity,
room.
for that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thank you for all the gifted subs. Everybody who got gifted a sub, make sure you give Velvet Sanity a thank you for that. That's very kind of you.
For sure.
Sorry, 1 second.
No, you're good.
Just a reminder to head to our Twitter and follow us, like our post, and comment. Someone will post the link, I'm sure, and comment about thanks for shaking your head, Games. Go to a Cyberpunk Red moment or Cyberpunk moment you had or want to have, and you can be entered to win a copy of Black Chrome that we will draw for during the intermission.
I'm sure I have that link somewhere. You would think I would. I'm over on the artwork part of our page, not where I'm supposed to be.
Oh,
So.
here you go. No, that's not it. Yes, it is. I got it.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
I just scrolled up in chat. I don't know where it is. I don't know.
There you
It
go.
appears every now and again.
When the door opens, Rex has a very long shaped box. Long and thin shaped box in his hands. And in his other hand, he's carrying a pastel pink shotgun with a little like kitten emoji on the barrel that says in fancy spiraling cursive, Street Princess.
Thank you for the hydrate, Carmom.
Appreciate that, Karmam.
Come on in, Chum. You need a beer?
I wasn't expecting you to open the door.
Everybody else is asleep.
No shit. It's like 6.
I know,
I'm
but
not
we got.
asleep.
Okay.
From the other room.
Apparently, Checkers is not asleep and has very good hearing.
Look, man. He sets the shotgun down. Give him a sign. Says, "That's for you."
I appreciate it.
This, he taps the box. This is too. Before I give it to you, like, I just want to say, man, I don't really understand where the beef came up. I know somehow you've declared me as in your words, useless. I don't know where that came from. I really don't. You blame me for this mission going wrong. And I don't know what more I could have done for you. I really don't. Shit goes south sometimes. But I agree with you that I put you in the situation. I guess I'm sorry I tried to make it up to you.
I'm gonna get up out of my chair and grab 2 beers from the fridge.
Okay.
And hand him one.
Okay.
Rex, I've never blamed you. I just talk shit to our friends. That's as far as it goes. It's love, like family.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep talking shit, but I'm not gonna spread it to the outside world.
You can talk
I have
shit.
respect for you.
But what you said to me felt personal, my dude.
That's fine.
And it was said like you...
Out of anger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard me say something like that to somebody who I'm not close to?
Not like that.
Yeah. There's been one other person.
He puts the katana in front of you, takes the beer. The katana is actually a boxed, like a newer box of a Kendachi mono katana. It has like this brilliant blue blade. This is just on the picture on the front, and a handle with kind of like this golden inlay across the handle, kind of like resembling some sort of serpentine creature to the end where it has like a snake head pointing out backwards at the pommel. It's a good katana. By the way, if you want to know what this is, it's on page 92 of Black Chrome.
Thank you.
I was
will
hoping it was Wolf
read
and
the
Son
description.
katana.
No, that's a piece of
It
that's a
is.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
This is quite nice. This is a two-handed exotic heavy melee weapon, and with the correct biometric key, damage dealt by this weapon ignores the armor entirely if it is lower than 7 SP. Armor with 7 SP or higher is still interacted with as normal. In the hands of a user without the correct biometric key, it's just a normal two-handed, exotic, very heavy melee weapon. However, if you lower that SP below 7, the armor becomes 0 at that point, effectively, for you.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah,
I will get those notes written in.
sure.
Let's get to the other side of this mission, my friend.
Yeah. He drinks the beer with you. At the end, he like offers you a handshake. Does the brotherly like pat on the back.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
And then heads out. He says, I got some other things to take care of.
You're a busy man, I get it.
Yeah.
I
Take care.
walk him to the door. I close the door. And I sit down in my chair.
Is that painful exhale?
Yeah.
You might see Checkers just peeking out from behind her door, like she's been watching the whole time.
Rex-
Awkwardly.
Rex then comes to to Moxie's room, or house, knocks on the door.
Yeah, Moxie will answer.
He says, actually, Mox, I was hoping, you want to chat upstairs? I got this spot I really love up here.
Okay. She grabs her jacket and heads upstairs.
Okay.
Or heads out.
He says,
She seems very confused and slightly concerned.
He says, later, Cammy. He walks up with you, escorting you to the roof of the small apartment complex where you guys kind of like, there's this perch above there that kind of like overhangs the main T intersection where Chinook Avenue meets the little alley between you and Ponz's. You can see kind of like into Rex's house from up here, or his apartment. From up here, you can kind of view down there and just see all the people like walking below you. You guys sit on the edge. He has a brown bag with him that he's been carrying in one hand, that he's removed from like his side bag, and he takes it out. And shoots you in the face. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be a plot twist I did not see coming, so props.
Inside is a Preem bottle of Don Julio tequila.
Oh shit.
He takes it out, removes a few like styrofoam like mini shot cups, puts it in between you guys, and pours one for each of you. Says, we did it. And I don't know if anybody else is going to acknowledge it, but it's because of you. Hands you the shot glass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just me.
No, of course not. It's always about getting things done with the people you can, but you hold those motherfucking miscreants put together. Those misfits.
Some days.
Yeah, well, without you, I can tell you they'd be going a million different directions.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Figure you deserve something. He clinks his shot to yours.
Yeah.
Takes a shot.
She'll clink it, she'll drink.
After a shot, he says, bottle's for you.
Why?
Just wanted to give you a little something and say job well done, I suppose. Do I need a reason?
No? Thank you?
You seem so weirded out.
Well, like, we've done good jobs before. You've never, like, just, I don't know.
You don't agree
There's
that
this transition between professional to friend, and it's just new. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. I just wanted to see how you were doing, really.
In what way?
Since the therapy.
I was getting better. And after the party, I started backsliding. I can tell it's not great. I've got a handle on it for the most part. As long as people don't do incredibly stupid shit, it should be alright. I'm not
They're
gonna go
to.
snap and shoot them. I might punch them in the face.
Yeah, you did that to somebody, I heard. Broke his nose. Oh yeah, that was Wraith.
That was Wraith, yeah. I mean, it was meant for Kenna, but it was Wraith.
That's fair.
I almost punched him in the apartment during that meeting conversation,
I could see it.
followed by Deep, so. But I'm aware, which is better than before.
Puts his hand on your shoulder and gives it a gentle rug, pulls you in. You're gonna be alright, kid.
Yep.
We're gonna get through this. Everybody's gonna get out of here, alright?
As long as they come home.
They're gonna come
As
home.
long as we all come home.
We're all gonna come home.
And she'll just kind of rest her head on his shoulder.
Okay. We have kind of fade, watch the sunset turn to that brilliant, beautiful crimson color in the sky. Slowly descend as our scene fades to black. And this, I think, it's a little early, but I think is a good time to take an intermission. So
Agreed.
we will be back in roughly 10 minutes. Don't forget that after this intermission is when we will pick or randomly select our winner for this Black Chrome giveaway. So please go to our Twitter page. The link is in the or in the chat.
Just popped up, yeah.
It did just pop up. Which is
Oh,
great.
really? Just randomly?
Yeah.
No, I plan this. Like it, follow us on Twitter, leave a brief kind of like, I don't know, story or anecdote or something about your tabletop experience, and that will enter you to win our giveaway. So
Happy
please
Black Month.
please do
Yeah.
that. And then after the first thing after the announcement, we will declare the winner.
Yeah.
So y'all
And it
have
could be you.
it could be you. All right, we'll be back.
Might as well.
So
See
long,
you guys in a
folks.
minute.
Bye, guys. See you soon.
See you soon. Hello, we are back. Thank you all for sticking around. And thanks for just being here
Thanks for
in
being
general.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being you. I'm really glad that you're you. I guess it's time to announce the winner of our Cyberpunk Red Black Chrome giveaway, and that is Undead Cadaver. So congratulations, buddy. Thank you very much. I will be in contact with you in the next few days to get that to get your address and deets or wherever you'd like me to send it, or if you'd like the digital copy, please do let me know. I'll send you all the deets.
Either way, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll
Congratulations.
contact you. Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much for
congrats, my
being part
friend.
of our community. Thanks for everybody for participating.
And we wish you luck in future Cyberpunk Red games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited to hear how your game goes once you get them
Yes. And
to Red.
I hope that you're.
oh, you're in the chat. Good. Cool. Yeah. Congrats, dude. I'll get a hold of you soon. In the meantime, you're in our Discord community, right, Undead? If not, if you could join that'd make it a hell of a lot easier on me to find you. But I can also message you on Twitter. Okay, cool. Great. That's all I had. And so with that, we will go back to our game. And going to take a minute. Moxie.
Yeah.
During that time you guys spend together watching the sunset and that moment, you definitely got the feeling that, something's up with Rex. Reason why he might be saying this stuff is he's concerned. And the reason appears to be perhaps he doesn't think he wasn't being truthful in that he knew, or that when he said that everybody's going to get out, and moreover that perhaps the person who's not going to make it out would be himself. He walks you back to your apartment after a few hours. Maybe have another shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let you off at home.
Okay. Given that she can kind of sense that he thinks he's not going to make it back, she's just going to catch his hand, very similar to how he normally catches her wrist lately.
Yeah.
And stop him and say, hey, we're all going to make it back, okay?
Yeah,
and
of course.
Thank you for this, because I'm not drinking it by myself.
Yeah, no problem. Enjoy.
And she's going to lean in and kiss his cheek.
When she leans in to kiss his cheek, he turns his head to meet your lips with his. And he places his fingertips lightly on your cheek, giving you this, it's a brief kiss, but in that moment, it feels stretched out through time, and it's very light, but there's definite emotion behind that. And the moment fades gently after that.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you a look with those deep brown eyes of his. Smiles. And then departs.
She's gonna lean against the door for a moment. A lot of emotions, was unexpected. It's borderline cyber psycho. There's a few thoughts going on, and I think she'll be okay. She eventually just goes into the apartment.
I don't normally do this.
We'll revisit this later.
Restore one humanity.
Oh shit!
All I have to do is kiss Rex to get humanity back.
Apparently.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
No, it's to have a heartfelt moment, you fucking assholes. To restore some fucking...
And
Faith in
Jesse
humanity.
just lost that point again.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
Thank you.
does that make you not cyber psycho?
Well, it puts me back in 2, which means I'm no longer borderline. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This is real good, guys.
You're going to lose it again very quickly, so don't worry about it. Anyway, let's move on. The night ends and... Or well...
I'm waiting for the doodle drawing of this moment.
When you turn around, Cammy's just sitting on the couch. Or, there's no couch. She's sitting on the lawn chair, watching.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, she just she enters the apartment and has the tequila in her hand. She puts away.
Rex?
Yeah, you want to give me a bottle of tequila?
Cool. Nova? Preem?
And she finally pauses as she puts it away. He's concerned he's not coming back after this
Why?
mission. I don't know.
Doesn't seem very Rexy.
In
Huh.
what way? You know him better than... How do you two know each other, actually? And
Rex
she'll
and I?
walk and sit on the lawn chair across from Cammy? Yeah.
That's a great question. I need to look at my notes. Give me a second.
oh.
Wonderful question. So glad you.
A long time ago, Rex used to work for the Valentinos while he used to be in that gang. And the Valentinos is where my mom got her blue glass. So I had dealt with a bunch of his people all the time. This was a long time ago. I was probably like 8 years old or something.
Okay.
And they patrol the block, and a few of the Valentinos, they wanted to get something from me, if you know what I mean. And he's the one who stuck up for me. And so from that moment, he and I have been close. Not as close at first, but I was there when he left. But shortly after, my mom sold me.
Well, she sold you.
You don't know about that?
No.
Yeah. She sold me.
Shit.
I don't know, some corpos needed like I don't know what the word is. An adoptive daughter because they couldn't conceive.
Okay.
And they made her an offer. I don't know how she knew them. And
Was
she took
living
it.
with them okay for you?
That's where I learned to hack. I got an education. So, not all bad.
You still talk to them?
No,
They lie?
probably.
Conversation for another night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so Rex is a good dude and I trust him. He talks like he doesn't give a shit about anything but himself, but that's not true.
No, he cares.
It's just easier to put on that face, I think, for him.
I think you also have to get past a certain wall.
Yeah, I think you're right. Anyway,
We'll just watch him at that meeting, and I don't know if you see anything that might explain why he thinks he's not going to make it back.
I'll look, but the guy plays things pretty close to his chest.
don't know. Anything just to
Sometimes he
second-
has like plans going on that you just don't know.
See, he doesn't seem the self-sacrificial type to me.
I mean, he risked a lot when he stood up for me back then. That was his own gang.
Okay.
And I don't know why he stood up for me back then. Obviously, I appreciate it. So when I came back to Night City, he and I met up again in Watson. He was living, here.
Mhm.
Set himself up pretty nice,
Yeah,
obviously.
he owns a couple buildings, yeah.
Yeah, he did well for himself. Never broached why exactly he left, but I'm guessing,
No.
So he set me up with work when I came back. Cass and I would do some jobs together.
Okay. We'll make sure he comes home, yeah?
Sure, yeah. And if not, we'll bury him.
We just won't let it get to that.
Burn him.
But maybe not all his stuff, because...
No, it has
Yeah.
to be. You
No,
can't-
he's a fixer, he's got... So I think he'd much rather we used it than burn it.
N-
I'm just...
If I'm there, I've got to burn it. It's Monty May if you don't. It's bad spirits. You don't want his spirit hanging around, trying to fucking wreak havoc on you.
Right, if you want to burn his body, I understand that. Just
It's
his
got to
stuff, I
be
think
everything.
it's-
That's
it's-
what my
no,
mom said.
That's... It's not true, because when I lost my family, not everything got burnt, and
And demons
they're not
still haunt
around.
you.
not them.
Maybe not perceptibly then. But I can tell. I don't know. Let's not talk about it right now.
Yeah, we'll save it for after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
He didn't do anything weird with you, did he?
I mean, other than offer me a really expensive bottle of tequila?
Yeah, I definitely mean other than that.
Define weird. No?
I don't know.
I mean, we
He's
hang
kind of
around
a
with
ladies'
Grace,
man.
like, the bottle, like, the bar for weird is really high.
He's kind of a ladies' man. It's a girlfriend.
No, nothing
few of
weird.
them. All right. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
good night.
Good night.
I was just making sure he didn't follow you back into this room.
Honey, if he did, it's because I wanted him to.
I know.
Mhm.
I would have just laughed. But anyway, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night.
She heads off.
Moxie will stay up for a few hours, just ruminating over everything before she heads to bed.
Trying to clear her headache. And then the scene comes to a close. If there's anything you would like to do before this meeting, now is the time to let you know, or to let me know. You can let yourself know, but also please do let me know. And yeah, let me know. Otherwise, we will just kind of zoom through and to the time of the meet.
Checkers would get her coat back from
From Pons. Yeah.
And then start fixing it.
Okay. How damaged is it?
I don't know. A bullet went through it.
Did
Not
it
that
lose
damaged.
SP? That's what I'm asking.
It critted, so yes.
It critted, so yes. So it lost
one
1
SP, I
SP.
think?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a basic tech.
I need to go to a laundromat before we go in the meeting.
Are you gonna wash your robe?
Uh-huh.
The one with the shoe polish?
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
19.
19. Yeah, that's more than enough. You're repaired for the just make sure you spend how much is that armor jacket? Is it 500? Or 100?
100 for light armor jacket.
100.
Is it a
for
light armor jacket? Then go ahead and spend 10 eddies for the materials.
But while we're doing that, how much do drinks cost at the bar?
It
I know
seems
you
like
guys all have
Frank
memorized, but...
it seems like Frank gave you most of the drinks free. Anything I didn't directly charge you for was free.
Okay.
Aw, good for you.
Is that part of our lifestyle?
No.
I tipped 50 then.
I like Frank.
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead and mark the 50.
I did already. I assume that's what I was going to spend at the bar that night, so I already counted it off.
Okay, thank you. Also, I would ask Pons if I could give him a hug.
Pons is like, no.
Thank you. So,
You're welcome. And I don't want you to think it's because I don't like you. I don't really know you, but I'm not really touchy.
some people don't
guy.
like him. It's
Yeah.
fine.
All right,
I understand.
cool.
I just like giving hugs.
Nova.
How do I feel in the morning?
Pained, but better. In the morning, you still haven't been able to rest the full 24 hours, so you're still at the minus, and so is Cammy. What she doesn't have a lot of health or damage, but she has some.
So I don't heal, but I just I'm trying to decide if I need speed heal or not. Or Wraith, what do you think, man?
If you wait, God.
Man, like I said, it wasn't that big of a deal. Sure, your lung was punctured, but I would say if you just take it easy today, even with the car ride and everything, as long as you're not exerting yourself, you'll feel fine tomorrow, man. Plus, most of what you're feeling right now is a hangover. How much did you drink last night?
I mean, probably less than 5 or 6.
Also, as a doctor, I have to say, drinking alcohol thins your blood, and for somebody who had a bullet go through their lung, maybe they shouldn't have drank so much liquor.
Look, man, you didn't give me any pain meds.
I kept buying you shots last night. That's
That
pain
was
meds.
the pain meds.
So you'll be fine.
All right.
I pat him on the back.
I just didn't know if I should try to get speed heal or not.
Nah, you'll be all right. We should probably have some in reserve for when we get back, though.
Oh, wow, that's great thinking right there.
Also, with my chemical analyzer and all that stuff, I should be able to start making speed heal here in your apartment.
No, I don't think so.
I'm just saying I'm capable of it.
We could try it. You'd need a place to have a lab.
That's true. Don't worry, I have a plan for what I'm doing after the tour, so I ain't even worried about that.
Don't we have plans to make a headquarters?
Yeah, that's part of my plans. I'm gonna start camping out our headquarters here in a minute.
Look, while you're on tour, you gotta give me Wacko's number
All right, yeah, no, I'll get you
so
what
we
we
can
need.
start practicing together.
Because we got shows to do when we get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't he at that place?
What place?
Shit. He was at that house.
What house?
The one where we got the other chip from. He was there.
The one that you guys said burnt down and somebody
Yes.
died? Boy Blue died. Do you know if Dave is safe? I haven't talked to him
I
in a
don't
few
have
days.
his number.
He's the one who's setting up this whole tour for me.
Yeah, you might want to contact him.
All right, yeah. I take my robe that's covered in shoe polish out of the oven.
Hold on. David is the one who's setting the tour up for you.
Dave Wacko is the one who knows the guy. David is setting up the tour, but Dave Wacko is the one who's hooking me up with the contact.
Okay.
I take my cloak covered in shoe polish out of the oven. All right, I got some things to do real quick, but I'll make my call.
What? Is that a robe covered in shoe polish?
I had to make sure it was baked on before I wash it.
Stunk up the entire goddamn apartment. Complex.
But so that I'm not ruining Rex's washer, I'm going to a laundromat.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, yeah, no, I'll make some calls. You'll be all right, buddy.
All right.
Oops.
I would not do any like deep knee bends, probably.
Fair enough. Let's take it easy.
Yeah, and as your doctor, I would say don't lift anything above like 40 pounds.
I don't know what I have above 40 pounds, but okay.
All right. I made some coffee. I'm going to go now. If you need me, you got the number.
Yeah. Did you shoot me Dave Wacko's number?
Yeah, I flick him the deets.
Okay. You now have Dave Wacko as a contact you can write on your sheet.
They're doing that right now.
Nice.
Right.
Okay, so what is everybody doing?
I don't know if Wraith has done his thing. Moxie would like to call or text Colt that she's going to bring Wraith by because he needs to talk to her. Hopefully 20 minutes before the actual meeting to clear the air.
Roll your persuasion.
Oh, fuck. I'd like to spend 2 luck, please. 20.
20? Damn, you're on fire tonight. Yeah. She says, I mean, there's like the bubbles are like, you know, dot stops. Dot stops.
Well, that's
fine.
what's like on the other side.
At the end it says fine.
Okay. And then 5 minutes before she picks up Wraith to actually go, she'd like to have a quick scene with Wraith, but he's not done his morning day thing.
Checkers, is there anything else you would like to do before the meeting?
No.
Okay.
Other than check the car.
Colt does say, make sure you got all your shit.
For the meeting?
For the job.
Oh, he wants to bring it.
Yeah. We could probably use all the extra time.
So we're planning on leaving tomorrow, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I assume you're not going back home.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought I was.
I mean, I suppose you could, but all right, whatever you want. But I thought you'd stay out here.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Well, in that case, bring your shit.
And if that's what we end up doing, I certainly will.
Nova.
She's gonna text the group, hey, we can stay at Colt's place tonight if we want. So if that's your plan, bring your shit.
In a private message, I respond, I don't have enough armor to stay at Colt's place tonight.
Accidentally sends it to the group.
Moxie laughs, just like probably in the apartment. She lets out kind of a chuckle. She doesn't respond or anything. But
Sorry, Checkers. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
No.
Okay.
I mean, after she sends out that message, I would probably do some kind of scramble around to pack all the shit
Okay.
I'm gonna
and get
Pack
the
up
keys
all.
or the chips.
pack up all my stuff, and then I'm gonna pull the base out of that trunk, put it up in the apartment, and the bat probably. That way we have more room to put our stuff in.
Okay.
And then I'll pack all my stuff except for my musician equipment.
Okay. And then the group meets together at, a little early. No?
I got some things to do.
Okay.
Real quick.
What are you doing?
When I go downstairs after I baked the robe,
Uh-huh.
I'd like to stop and talk to Pons, please.
All right. Pons is there. He's with a customer, but eventually he clears up and says, nobody else got hurt, did they?
No, not yet.
All right.
Hey, I need some advice.
All right.
I might need to be doing some walking for a kind of extended period of time. For a thing that I'm doing with some friends. It may require some athletics. If I were to, maybe take some street drugs to facilitate the walking, do you think that would damage the likelihood of my recovery, or...
Street drugs or...
Well, I don't got any
Or
other steroids or anything.
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, it's the same thing, really.
No, they're not. They're very different. Which one are you intending?
Well, if there's some pharmaceuticals that can help me out, probably those, but...
I mean, same thing. I'll offer them 200 pop.
200?
How many would
How
you
long do
like?
they last?
How long do they last?
Yeah.
I'll give you a vial for however many doses you think you're going to need, and then you administer the air hypo when you get that person, individuals, the correct amount of dosage for that person.
Okay.
So,
Let's
how
go ahead
many-
and just get the one dose for now.
One dose of speed heal.
To see if it works out. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
I mean, I don't want to be presumptuous here, but it sounds like you are potentially getting into a much heavier situation. So I might recommend you take another dose. And he goes to the back, messes with some things, comes back with the vial. You got air hypos?
Yeah.
All right. He hands you the vial. It's enough for 3 doses. You pay me back when you can.
Thanks. I'll get you back in the next couple of days.
I'm gonna expect I'm taking that as a loss, but I
Right,
hope you
but
get back.
I'm going to have to be back for my therapy anyway, so I'm not running out on you.
If you come back. I have to say this as your doctor. Don't fucking do this.
I understand and agree with you.
All right. Is that only the only drugs you're talking about, or are you talking about doing some designer shit?
Well, I'm going to need the ability to move if I have to, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Give me a second here. Maybe you take some prime time.
Yeah, but that's a flash, isn't it? Goes pretty quick.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute since I've dealt with it. That's in one of the DLCs, right?
Hornets.
Yeah, that's in Hornets. Yeah.
Prime time lasts 4 hours.
Oh, okay. That's
4 hours, but there's some pretty heavy humanity loss with taking the thing.
Yeah, this would be a worst case scenario kind of thing. I mean, this job is a worst case scenario. Coming to work for you part time seems like a much better idea in the long run, but
I'd say you could probably take Berserker or Prime Time, and that would get you up enough on your feet to be able to move.
all right. If I were to pick up one a piece of those, how much is that going to run me?
I don't sell designer drugs.
I know
You'll have
you
to
don't
talk
sell
to
them.
Rex, but
Actually, Moxie sold him a thing of prime time. I don't remember if it was also Berserker. I don't know if he got rid of it or not.
that's what he says.
Yeah.
100 for the Berserker, 50 for the. That's just the street value. I don't know what a fix is going to charge you.
Right. Rex is going to charge me 3 or 4 times that. I get it.
He usually doesn't charge that much.
That was a joke.
Okay.
It's a long story, my friend. Anyway,
I
thank
will
you.
take your word for that.
I'll be back in a couple of days.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
You tell Moxie she better not come back in here half dead.
That's the goal. I've been working real hard to make sure that doesn't happen.
Sounds like a big thing, and I don't want to know any deets, so you take care.
No, we're just going on vacation is all.
Yeah.
See you around.
Stay frosty.
You too. I'm gonna go to the laundromat.
Hey, before you go,
Yes, sir. Yeah,
give that Checo's girl a hug for me, eh?
yeah, of course.
All right.
She's a good kid.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to the laundromat. I'm gonna put 2 caps of bleach in with the robe and a.
Are you trying to
cap
make the
of
sheets white again?
white vinegar? No, because I baked on the shoe polish. I'm trying to make them gray and
Okay.
the fabric weak.
Okay.
I want them to look very bad.
Well, you're succeeding.
I'm damaging them intentionally.
Good job.
And then we can fast forward.
All right. We fast forward to the time where Moxie and... Wait, are you not talking to Rex about the drugs?
Yeah, I'll call Rex.
What's up? I didn't need a call the next day.
No, you're good, man. To facilitate my best performance,
Uh-huh.
would you be able to get your hand on Berserk or know somebody who can? Maybe some prime time
How soon?
before the job. So
For the job? Shit, man. That's
No,
not a lot
I-
of time.
I'm aware, and that's why I know this is a long shot. And maybe you know a guy who knows a guy.
I don't want you fucking going around running your mouth saying I'm useless because I can't get you this fucking job or a fucking drug in fucking 10 minutes.
You're good.
I'll do what I can, man.
No, I get it.
All right. Click.
We're leaving and not coming back, possibly.
Anything else, guys?
Just my scene with Wraith before she takes him to see Colt.
Okay.
So Moxie will knock on the door to your apartment. She'll try the door handle. Is it locked, guys?
No. I don't know. I don't live there anymore. Do you guys lock your door? Because I never did.
I would be just because I'm extremely neurotic about the keys.
She's so silently happy and proud of you guys. But yeah, there's a knock on the door.
I assume I answer.
I mean, I'll answer.
Yeah.
Hey, Moxie.
Hi, it's Wraith around.
Wraith!
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there.
Thanks. Thank you for keeping the door locked.
Yes?
They didn't,
Okay.
and just thank you.
I have to pack.
Sure. Where is Wraith?
Wraith's
Does she have
in,
to follow this random voice that shouted from the back of the apartment, or?
he's in a kind of a side area where like the dining room would be.
Okay.
If they had a dining room.
If they had a dining room.
Yeah.
So she'll wander to the open space-ish area.
Yeah.
Rex hits you. Well, that's a fucking 20 on the roll, boys and girls.
Nice.
Nice.
He says,
So nice.
I can't get just fucking one hit, man, but I can get you a bunch right now.
How much a bunch? Like 12?
Five, and then we get one in free.
How much total would this run me?
5 bumps of berserk, gonna cost you 500 eddies. 600
see.
if I take my cut.
Nah, I know. I want to be able to pay you your cut. It's too steep right now. This is just in case. But good to know for the future. I apologize. I will get you some money for spending the time.
Are you sure, man? This is a one-time offer and is on this kind of short notice.
I get it. I appreciate it. But nah, I ain't got it right now.
Okay. Understood. I'll let him know.
Thanks.
Yo.
Sorry. I had to take that text.
That's fine. And she's holding a shoebox. And she hands it to you. And she's like, this is for you. There's a letter inside. You don't have to open it now, but
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I didn't get you anything, and I feel bad now.
I've been working on this for a while. It's, I appreciate you coming to get me at the lantern.
I'll always come for you. You know that.
I do now.
We may go through some bullshit, but I hope you know how much you mean. Yeah?
I know how much I mean to you. I don't think you realize how much you mean to the rest of us. And I hope you do. And I hope that helps you reconcile what you're going through for yourself. Don't throw away your life so easily, okay?
I'm working on it.
I hope so.
Did I tell you? I got like a legit job set up for after my tour.
You didn't tell me, no.
Hans says that I could go work for him and like stay out of gunshot range and shit.
Well, I think that'd be very good for you.
I mean, you know, I'm still gonna hang out with y'all, so I'll probably get shot still, but
No, if you do, it's because of your own actions.
Well, that's usually how that works out anyway, but at least I'll have some stability now.
If that's what you want, I think it's a good move.
I gotta take care of you kids somehow.
And you know what? We always end up going to pawns, so I think that's a good call.
I'd get to see you guys all the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not looking forward to this meeting we got.
I know.
You're gonna be the mediator?
You want to be on this mission? You want to be out there with us?
I want to be out there with you.
That means you're going to have to be on the mission, and that means you're going to have to smooth talk your way over of whatever went on between you two. That conversation, you fix it.
Yeah, it was just a little misunderstanding, so I don't know. But yeah.
If you want to be there, you have to fix it.
Yeah. Rex came by and was acting real weird. He hooked me up with the sword I was looking for, and that was real cool.
Likes you.
Yeah, he's
He
a good
likes
dude.
what you do for the community. He didn't say that, did he?
No.
Of course he fucking didn't. What is it with guys not being able to express themselves? You know what? It doesn't matter. He likes you. He thinks you're good for the community, and I'm glad he made an actual effort to mend that relationship.
Yeah, he said everything he needed to. We had a beer, we talked a little bit, we hugged it out. We're good.
Alright. And not like you're good like the last time I asked, because apparently the last time I asked was not actually good.
I mean, we were good then. It's just that he didn't understand the level we were good at. So, but we're on the same page now, I'm pretty sure.
Which is better than where it was before?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Alright, well, you can open that or we can go. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take it with me because we're gonna have some time, right?
I mean, sure. It's not really something you can use, but alright. Up to you.
I've got like a suitcase worth of stuff to my name now. So
You can carry it with you.
We gotta hydrate.
Alright. So you want to grab your stuff and we'll head out?
Yeah. You see him folding a tattered gray poncho robe.
She does not ask anything about that. She just looks at it, wrinkles her nose, opens her mouth, and then goes, "No, don't want to know." Just there's that look of, mm-mm.
All right. Are you guys going?
Yep.
All right. So these two are going ahead, if I understand correctly, in the Avante?
Yeah.
Okay. You drive out to oh my goodness, the Nomad camp, north of New Westbrook. And the planks are laid down for you already, so you take it nice and slow over that thing. It's a little harder in this car than the other one, just because it's so long. But yeah, you take it slow and at the right angle, you're all right. You pull it up into the camp. The sentry spots you and whistles down to the guy below, who starts pulling open the chain link fence. And you're let into the initial, area where Murphy's kind of like workshop is. And all in one side of the workshop, you can see the nomads, Delilah, Oz, Johnny, and Guy, and Colt herself, talking and setting up these tents. These like survival tents, out in kind of like a little circle with like some sort of like survival cooking grill in the center of them. when you walk in, you know, all of the fucking dogs run up to your car and start yapping, and Colt's like chases them, says, "Hey, knock it off, dude! Get off that fucking car! Don't you fucking scratch it!"
Yeah, normally Moxie doesn't care. She didn't care what the Glenn of this car, she cares.
Yeah.
So if like a dog goes to stop up, she's like, no. She lifts it off gently. She's like, no.
That's fair. Between her and Johnny, who definitely doesn't want to see the paint scratched either, they are able to stop the dogs from jumping on it. And when your car door opens, she says, "Sorry, I really need to do something about them. Usually I have pieces of junk come into this fucking place, so I ain't used to it."
Right. No, it's all right.
All right. Johnny, you head back. And take dogs inside, please.
All right, come on, boys.
Okay. And she wrangles the dogs and then folds her tiny arms in her tiny stature. But it seems like she's a mile tall. Just with the stern look she's looking between you and Moxie with.
Wraith nods politely.
I just want to start by saying I don't know what went down between you two. I've gotten bits from you and bits from him. He's going to talk to you, but he was with us to get these keys, and we wouldn't have had them without him.
Okay. That's why I'm listening.
I would like to start by apologizing.
For?
Being an asshole.
Roll
I overreacted.
Roll your persuasion.
And Moxie just kind of wants to. Can she stand kind of behind Colt, or she just kind of wants to give him like this, like that's a good start. Good.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. She casually make your way up in the.
Yeah.
Can I spend 3 luck on this?
Absolutely, you can.
Uh, 21 plus 3, 24.
Nice.
24. 24 is pretty good. She says, "That's right, you were kind of an asshole."
Very much so. And it was never my intention to be an asshole. That was not how I meant to come off. But occasionally I say things without thinking them through thoroughly. I also do things without thinking them through thoroughly. And that has led me to bad situations such as me needing to be in this chair now.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to know that I have spent a lot of time and effort focusing on thinking through my actions and my words for this upcoming mission and the one we just did, which was very successful.
Good.
And so those previous problems I've had should not be a concern. And I understand if in the future you don't want to do business with me, that's fine. I deserve that. But I would like to be able to help you on this, at least to make sure that everyone walks away safe.
Thinks about that for a moment. All right. We can catch you back in. You're lucky I did not tell any of them about this. I want you to know that.
I'm aware I'm very lucky.
Because if I was, or if I had, Oz would have rained hellfire on your ass. For what it's worth, I apologize for getting hot too. I don't really take well to it. Looks like you don't either. I don't mind doing business with you. But I gotta say, when you start talking about sabotaging what we're doing here, it makes me real fucking nervous, even right now, seeing what's going on here, to even let you back in on this thing. So, you gotta tell me and you gotta really fucking mean it, that was just, you did not mean to say that.
But can I say that that was the point in which we had a misunderstanding? I never meant that I was going to sabotage you. What
I
was
asked
saying
you
is,
specifically if you were going to, that means you're going to intend to sabotage this thing, and you said, I think it is. So I don't know how else I'm supposed to fucking take that.
Because what I had said was that I would have been in a position to very much do that if I wanted to. And then things got heated, and I said something I shouldn't have. But what I was saying is that you shouldn't burn the bridge with me. And you took that as I was going to try to fuck you.
That's what I heard.
Nothing but respect. I know, but that is not what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So that's where we had this disconnect, and I apologize for that. I have always been a consummate professional. You can ask anybody I've done jobs with. Except for possibly Rex, but that's because Rex has a higher standard for me. And so
I'm not going to get into your relationship with your boyfriend, but I am going to say that I accept the apology. I have returned one, and we're on the level.
we start from ground zero here.
Yeah. He'll be cut back into the pay, so you don't got to worry about that. I know that was a big point of contention for you. I was never going to take away I was going to take away the Greek ground because I was pissed as hell, but I could have been convinced not to. But either way, you get your $3,000 that we already gave you, and you get your 6 at the end. Now let's go. Help me set up these tents. These are for you guys.
I have my own tent also, if you're okay with me setting up my own.
Yeah, sure. Set it up.
Mog's going to take a moment to grab the tent with Wraith out of the car once Colt walks back.
Okay. She leaves you two behind.
You know I read your letter, right?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
You said that.
You better hope she never finds out.
I know. I was very good during that last conversation.
You did do very good. You've mended both bridges. I'm very proud of you. I'm glad we can all be friends again.
I was very close to starting yelling again.
Can we just keep it that way?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Thank you. And she'll help Wraith send up his tent and start helping set up the rest until the others arrive.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys set up and set up this little camp for you guys. And eventually, or during your setup, you're explained the reason why that they're setting up. And Oz says this. He says, we're setting you up here because we're leaving tomorrow, but we're leaving fucking early tomorrow. We got a lot of shit to do. I'll explain it all later. I don't want to repeat myself, but there's a lot of work we need to get done out there.
Yeah, I understand.
Yep. Eventually, Deeps, Rex, and Checkers arrive here together. Cammy. Oh, and Cammy. Yeah, yeah. She's late.
She ran.
Yeah.
Yep. And you guys all drive out there and arrive, heading up the bridge up to the to gate. They have this kind of camping area set up at the moment where they're just kind of sitting around. There's some like cheap hot dogs on the grill being smoked up by Guy. Just so y'all know. Go over to Scud Warriors here. Oz is kind of an older guy with kind of like a balding like crown of hair. It's gray and a little bit combed over. He's got an old like Soviet cyber arm It's just this large clunking piece of metal. Delilah, Oz's girlfriend, is a younger blonde woman. And the two of you, roll me human perception.
Luckily, we're both great at this.
Fantastic.
Ooh, I rolled a 10.
You'll do fine.
Wait, are we all there yet?
Not yet. Hold on.
Or is this before?
This is what happened before. I'm just catching you up. I'm catching them up.
22.
22?
15.
Yeah. Delilah doesn't say a lot, but you can see a lot of the guys are looking for her for approval on where they've set up things and that kind of thing. So she does appear like a lot more intelligent and resourceful than she may come across. She's a skinny, scrawny thing. But she definitely seems like the mama for sure. Even though she's like half the age of Oz, who is her boyfriend. Guy is absolutely the muscle, just this yoked meathead with dark hair and a shaggy mullet. He's pretty quiet generally. And you, Wraith, get the you see him throwing eyes at Delilah every once in a while when she's like bending over. He's definitely got his eyes on her, in more than a friendly way. Johnny Boy, if you want to describe him, go ahead and describe him.
Give me a moment on that.
Sure. And you guys are here now, but I do want to finish like describing. You would have seen all this as well. Not the kind of like interaction between them, but the actual descriptions.
Johnny Boy is very thin, like swimmer's build, but not quite as muscular as the swimmer's build. He is 6 foot. He is wearing like one of those cowboy button-up shirts that you would see at like a line dance. He's got very tan, like Polynesian skin, and dark brown eyes, and a very friendly smile.
Cool. And you can tell he's probably kind of the runt of the litter, so to speak. They give him shit, but they treat him, they treat him kindly. But he's usually given the jobs that nobody else wants to do. Yeah, the two of you pull up in your car. Colt, like, kind of ushers you to a spot where she has you set up and then greets you. She says, "Howdy. Glad you all could make it. We're setting up this camp over here for you all. Cause,
Hey, Colt.
Hey, good to see you, Checkers. Hey, you haven't been back to work for me. I assume that's because you're doing a different job.
Well, it's because we've been doing this job.
I know, I'm teasing. But, why don't you all come over here and we'll, get started talking if you're good with it. I mean, you can have some, we've got some, hot dogs on the grill, coleslaw if you like it, but it's just an invitation.
Well, thanks. I'll go ahead and head over that direction.
Okay. Head over, like I described earlier, that burly dude's at the grill. He's got kind of this apron that's like a size too small for him, but it says, "Fuck me, I'm the cook." Other than that, he's got kind of like denim clothing underneath that. They're all dressed in some sort of nomad leather or denim. or racing jacket.
Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely grab some food.
okay. You have some
Yes, if
food.
the tents are set up, Moxie's probably chilling in a chair with a beer and a hot dog.
Cool. Guys all gather around, have some beers. Oz says, "Hey, glad you guys could make it here. Heard the mission was a success.
Very much so.
So you got both keys.
Yep.
Can we see them?"
I'll look at Moxie first, just to double check.
Moxie nods.
So, Checkers pulls out a little case and opens it.
All right. He looks into them, checks them for a second. Yeah, those look like the keys. Fuck. I didn't think you guys were gonna do it. Good job. Good job. That actually relieves a lot of stress. This thing could have gone pretty south if not. But we do have a contingency for it. If y'all are ready, can start that conversation now. Figure it'd be good to get what our intentions are out of the way before we get fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He unscrews his cyber hand, puts it in the center, or like on a little like stool where he has it project the area again. And he says, "All right, so we've been considering our plan for a little bit here. Our plan is to head out early in the morning because we got a bunch of shit that we need to get done. If I could find this fucking mission thing, I'd tell you what that shit is. All right. So the day before, we're gonna, or well, actually already, we've had the gas attendant there cut off the gas. And that's to clear out the fumes, because we have some shit we want to be able to do without wanting to spark a fucking explosion. So, Chusu Station is shut off. But tomorrow we're going to head back there with we got a Grundy in the back. And we're going to bring in a bunch of concrete barriers, so we're going to need those to load those up probably tonight. And we also got a Zarifograph 3 construction bot to help us out with some of this work. Explain it all in a minute. Day before, we're going to get there early, and we're going to hammer in a bunch of concrete barriers around the perimeter of the gas station. That's to lock the bullet in case they try to get away. In the back, we're going to have a small exit path that'll be behind the actual Chutu station. So that means only we'll know about being able to drive out that way. The car will have to, the bullet will have to turn around if they know it's good for them. If it comes to that. We're going to put out of order signs on the pumps later in the day. So that way we can target the bullet to the exact pump that we want them on. Then, something we're going to need to decide probably when we're out there. Don't have a great strategy for it yet. But we have a bunch of drones. 2 roto drones, a mini air drone, Spider, and we got a Doberman 500. We also have 5 deployable shield barriers that we can put around if we need to. If there's a place we need cover, we don't have it. These keys could be deployed on the spot or ahead of time, but they do take a little bit of time to get activated, so might be wise to get them down beforehand. We also have 2 flashbangs we can hand out, 2 sleep grenades, 2 smoke grenades, 2 tear gas grenades, and 4 pairs of smart glasses with infrared. So, that's all the prep we need to do beforehand. Figure all that stuff out. On the day of, we're going to... Oz, Delilah, and Guy, we're going to be hiding in this fueling station here. Colt, Checkers are going to be refilling their vehicle on a pump next to the bullet, where we want the bullet. They'll pull in sometime after the bullet does, so that way it's not like you're just fucking sitting there the whole goddamn time. Johnny's going to be waiting down the road and provide feedback for when the truck is coming, so when he gets eyes on it, we'll know and we'll have some heads up. There are tunnels underneath those pumps used for maintenance and that kind of thing. The Netrunners, my plan was to have them both down there and wait to hack the truck node from underneath. There's a little manhole cover they can push up to get access if they're having trouble with comms. Alternatively, one of those Netrunners can actually control the network we'll have with the drones attached. Otherwise, we'll just have them in autopilot. Rex over here, will provide overwatch from a building in the north. There's kind of like a theater, and he can hide up in there, perch up on the top level. And I think he should have a good sight of the whole goddamn thing. So that's all getting into position. Now, we gotta see if the hacking is successful. We need you, he looks at the Netrunners, to hack into that node and find the EMP control node and shut that off. That's essential for throwing an EMP and knocking out the thing for a minute. The rest of the team will deal with the security detail. They'll probably be coming out the back and maybe the cabin. We don't really know yet. If that hacking is not successful, Delilah's going to pull in the Grundy, which is a huge motherfucker, in front of the bullet so it can't get out. Then we'll throw smoke grenades in to obscure the site, so that way they won't know we're coming in. That's where our infrared glasses will come in, and we can take out anybody who tries to leave. Now, regardless of whether the hacking is successful or not, we have Checkers and Colt go to the doors. We expected no keys, so we do have a contingency plan if one of those keys don't work. Yep, I got some door crackers. She lifts one up. It's a little object meant to be placed on a door to just blow up the door.
I figure 2 of these probably each per door.
Then me and Guy are going to cover the cabin while the others cover the back. We'll deal with the security detail then. Delilah will then pull in the Grundy with the Graph 3 and we'll unload. After we deal with the security detail, we'll unload the truck, and while everybody else deals with interference from any backup that might come. I mean, we got a good amount of time, but chances are they're going to arrive if we have to do it that way. Now, since we do have the keys, I just wanted to mention that plan just, in case something goes wrong. If the keys, or since we do have the keys, the plan is to open the doors while me and Guy cover the cabin. We'll deal with the detail. You guys just get to safety, because you guys are going to be the ones driving it out. The others are going to take cover in the rear exit and deal with whatever security detail comes out the back. Then you'll take the bullet and drive south. You and Colt, your plan is just to get out of there with the bullet. As best you can. Then Rex, me, Rex, Guy, and Johnny, and one Netrunner are going to wait for the reinforcement to arrive and stall them as best as we fucking can. Moxie, your crew will then take one of the Golenas and escort the bullet as best you can. It might be wise to stick together, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. At that point, we'll rendezvous at a geoloc that Cult will give when the time is right. Does that all seem to make sense to you all?
It makes sense.
Pretty similar to what I was looking at the plans, yeah.
If you have anything to add, please feel free. This is just what I've been thinking up this whole time.
No. I point on the thing.
Sure, I can bring up the thing so you can actually point to it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Give me just a moment here.
What was I disabling on the bullet?
You need to disable the EMP shielding. That's going to be essential for putting or using an EMP grenade on the vehicle to put it out of commission. Just for a minute. Minute's all we need to put down the security detail, I hope.
I don't.
Well, feel free to say it. Now's the time.
If their Netrunner is in the back,
Mm-hmm.
can they not shut down the bullet if it's in motion?
Not if
If
we
they're
hit
not
it with the
taken
EMP grenade.
Yeah, but if we hit it with the EMP grenade, that bullet's not moving.
For a minute, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
Um,
Both of your plans that I saw
Mm-hmm.
start with we take out the cargo. And we fuck up the bullet.
We take out the security.
But you would like to keep the bullet, ideally.
Ideally.
If we can. Right?
Yeah.
So just stop the bullet from moving. You don't actually have to incapacitate the vehicle. You just have to stop the drivers.
That's true. I figure.
So if we can open the doors, as long as the doors can open, and I believe the keys should because they were well hidden, I don't see why they would be fakes.
My problem is they're going to try to start the engine as soon as they see you walking up to the car.
If they see us walking up to the car.
If they see you up. But I think that the safer route is to hit it with an EMP beforehand. But, I mean, if you don't...
I think if you can open the doors, throw a couple grenades in there that aren't going to damage the vehicle, kill the people inside, or damage them enough to grab them and throw them out, that car isn't moving until your drivers get in. Now, your thing also assumes that when they pull up, the security is going to stay in the back, and I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to exit, and I think they're going to start doing a perimeter sweep. Because if that was my vehicle, that's what I'd fucking do.
That's fair. I don't mind it, but I would feel a little bit more comfortable if we have the Netrunners attempt to take out the EMP shielding.
The minute the Netrunners are in that system, they know people are about. And it's going to take them a while.
How long do you think it'll take you?
To hack it?
To get to that node, yeah.
It depends on how deep their security system is, and if this vehicle is advanced as you say it is, I would guess their security, it's either going to be light or it's going to be really heavy.
It's going to be exceptionally heavy.
And I would assume exceptionally heavy.
I'm also going to assume backup is 15 minutes away, and I would like to get this done within the first 5.
That's fair. I still think we should have the Netrunners try to disable that EMP shielding because it's our only contingency if that thing actually gets away. We hit it with the EMP and put it out of commission for a minute. What?
Yes, Wraith.
Sorry, I don't mean to speak. Oh, it's Wraith. Wraith was mischievously holding his hand up during this conversation.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to speak out of turn, but Checkers, when she was checking on the truck, said that there is an alarm that will sound and send out a call if something happens. If we disable the EMP shielding and then EMP strike, won't it still send out that alarm?
Actually, if you use the
designed
door
to do
cracker,
that.
I assume it's going to do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Whereas-
well, at the door cracker level, we're fucked in many ways.
Yeah.
So-
Whereas a plan B, assuming the keys work, yeah.
Assuming okay, we can assume that, but we should also
Assume
plan
that
that
they
they
won't
don't.
also. But if they do, and we have people that are right there at the pumps, maybe somebody stealthily opening it and throwing in an anti-personnel grenade, as Moxie said. Stealthy would be a good plan. That'll also cause them to come out. If you look on the plans here, there's some really good alleys that we can do ditch warfare from the alleys. He points on the map to an area between two buildings across the street from the Choo-Choo station.
Okay.
With Rex in Overwatch in this building, because you had talked about him being to the north. What if he's actually to the northwest? Because that would give him a better angle.
This is the place I planned.
Oh, well, that's exactly where I was thinking.
That's the northeast, though, by the way.
Yeah, fair enough. I had been terrible at geology. But we do some hit and run guerrilla warfare like they did during the Troubles. Starting from these alleys once they start clearing out of the car because we threw an anti-personnel in there. While that's occurring, that's when the hackers come in and take out their counter hack. I don't know how hacking works, but you stop the counter hacker. Is that a thing?
Net security?
Yeah, you stop the net security to buy us some time from that because that'll shut down the local drones on it. Also, you said we have pop-up shields?
Yeah, we do.
What is the path? Is it this path from the north that we're expecting it to travel?
That's correct, yeah.
What if we set up some pop-up shielding in the roadway here, so that when backup arrives, we can pop the shielding as they're crossing it?
Not a bad plan for dealing with them getting back. I mean, you'll have to have a person, nearby. You'll have to designate that person. But yeah.
I was planning on being in that area, so.
Okay. I think that's a decent
You
plan,
guys are
but
assuming they stay in the back until all this shit goes down.
no, I do plan that they are going to come out pretty much immediately. That's why I had a team right behind your team. Points to you, Moxie.
Mhm.
Waiting for them to come back out and deal with them while me and
Do they
guy
have to
coming
pay for
from the
this
front.
gas at the pump, or can they go inside? Can we make it so one of them has to go inside?
We can make it the gas pump malfunction. We got full reign of the thing. We know the guy who owns it.
Cool. So, if there's a malfunction and there's an attendant who's very persuasive that says, "No, sorry, you have to come inside," she looks at Wraith. And you pull one of them into the building where a couple of people are waiting, you and Guy, since you're already going to be there anyway. Take him out. That's automatically one person we don't need to deal with. If you can
And
do
it
that
would
before he
draw the
radios anybody that there's an issue, even better. Now, they're trained. Guys, can we just clarify that they are well trained? If one or two people
Sure.
start shooting at them, they're not going to give a shit. They'll probably send the turrets or two others to go deal with it. So if you can draw them away from the bullet, or at least start drawing them to, I would say, the north because it's closer, and those little buildings and those alleyways, keep suppressive fire then from the south to keep them away north. Bullets should be cleared. All you're going to have to deal with is the cab and a couple people in the back.
You're assuming they give a shit about their teammates.
No, I'm assuming that they won't drive off
Or
their
paying.
teammates until it's deadly.
Or paying for the gas.
Well, if they need the gas, they're going to have to go in to pay for it.
Yeah, if they're not good, the pump operator's not going to turn on the gas until they pay for it.
Right.
My disabling plan, by the way, your disabling plan much better than mine. Mine, I was going to have some spider bombs underneath where the wheel wells are going to be
Well, then we
to
could drive
gum
it
up the
away.
axles. I know. That's the disabling plan.
Out of
Not the-
curiosity, have
getting
any of
rid
you
of it,
actually been to the station?
I tried to
Yeah.
go there the other day.
You did?
I'm sorry, what?
No, you said you've been there?
No, you said you tried to go there the other day?
Yeah, that's when I realized I can't drive.
Like you were going to leave the city?
Yeah, just I wasn't gonna do anything, not get in trouble or anything.
Mm-hmm. She just gives you this look like, you motherfucker. I am so... We're not done with this. Sorry, any of you been to the station?
We have. Why?
The canopies above the pumps. Are they solid or are they hollow? Could you hide a person up in there?
Thinks for a moment. Looks to Delilah. Delilah says, "Yeah, I don't. I think you could probably hide somebody up there."
I don't think you can
drop the
hide them
smoke
on
from up
top
there.
without people seeing. You can drop smoke, or our netrunners could be up there, or a tech. So once people start getting drawn to see what the issue is, they can drop right next to the doors. And if the keys don't work, then you break it and you seal the bullet where it is, and it alerts backup, which is already on its way. It doesn't matter at that point.
They'd be pretty high up there. They'd have to have pretty good range on their
rope to slide down onto the pavement to be next to the...
Okay, so the netrunners don't
tech's
go
not
in from
the-
the tunnels underneath.
Well, the netrunners can go in from the tunnels. You can put your techs, the people opening the doors, checkers and Colt,
The
up top
breakers.
to drop down. If you guys think you can handle that.
No.
You don't have an issue with heights or anything? That's okay.
You have rope for that.
We can get rope. She looks at Rex.
Guy says, "No, we got some rope. You know,
I think I have rope.
We got plenty of rope around the camp." You do?
So my goals, guys, are to take this as quickly and safely as possible. I don't care about the casualties. I want them away from the bullet. So as soon as we can take that cab and let people into the back, specifically our runners, because I assume you guys are going to have to keep control of that network once you're in it, and possibly the people helping, you can Delta. And once you're Delta, everybody goes. You're not staying and waiting and dealing with backup. Everybody's gone. Because our cars will match their cars, the bullet will go faster. I want everybody out as soon as possible.
I agree with that.
I still think the robot blocks with the shield isn't a bad idea, though.
It's not
I agree. Once it's in,
Yeah.
Noel, you said you want everybody out, but I'm staying to deal with the backup that comes.
why? Why do you need to stay to deal with the backup? Why can't you Delta with the rest of us?
Because we don't want to fight them when they're at the truck.
Yeah, I don't want them at the... Does truck have, like, a tracker? Is that what you're concerned about?
It absolutely does.
Can we disable the tracker?
We're going to have to, but that's going to take some time. Colt's going to deal with that later. Once you get it out there, good ways.
Okay, but the bullet is much faster than anything else. So
That's
if
a
we
good
can
point.
hit this as soon as it arrives, do it within 5 minutes, they're still at least 10 minutes behind.
Gives us some room.
The bullet can go, we can go. You've got at least 10 minutes. Everybody else has at least 10 minutes head start. The bullet would be much farther than that.
You're gonna have to fuel the bullet, though.
No, the bullet, the bullet has enough fuel to make it to the next station.
Yeah, the next station's where the backup is going
I thought
from.
backup was following from the north.
There's two backups. There's one that's ahead, and one that's behind. That they do that because the backup, you can't usually keep up to the bullet if it's going fast enough.
Do you guys have loose fuel here to bypass that station?
We might be able to fuel it on the. We might be able
if
to
we're
fuel it
driving
on the go.
south and get far enough to a point where maybe a fuel truck is waiting,
We could
fuel
wait.
it up while Colt
could
is
do
working
that.
on the tracker.
Yeah, we
As
could
soon
do
as she
that.
removes it in the middle of the Badlands, go. And the bullet should have Colt checkers in the cab, Cammy and Deeps in the back, plus whoever two were helping push the rest of security out or dealing with security in the back. So leave 6 people already out with 6 following. And if we do put the blow-up grenade in the middle of the highway coming down, like Ray suggested, I think that's good.
Pop
It will
up
at least
shields.
slow the ones coming down, right?
I mean, there's a drone. No, not a drone. Sorry, a rotocopter.
Right, but the actual is it just the rotocopter? There's land vehicles too.
No, there. I think there's some land vehicles as well.
Right. So the land vehicles it will delay.
Right.
And
I
the
mean, not
rotocopter,
very
we should be
much.
far enough away that it's still something.
My thought is we'd use
Nothing.
those for cover to cover your exit, but if you want everybody to get into the car and deal with it that way,
I want those
work.
6 in the bullet, and wherever you guys are going to be drawing them out, I want your cars nearby. So as soon as you're done, as soon as that bullet is moving, you delta to your cars and you head out. Your cars will be able to handle the terrain. You don't even have to take the roads.
all right. So why don't you recap it for us?
Does anybody see any major issues with this?
I still want the EMP shield down immediately because I am very worried that thing's going to drive off. If the EMP shield is down, I don't have to throw the grenade, but I will have the option if we need it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want it
Good
down first.
contingency. Yeah.
Does that seem fair?
It does.
Right.
So my plan is, in short, whoever's going to have to pay for gas goes into the station where there's a couple of you waiting to take him out.
Right.
A couple people from the north in that building area try to take a couple pot shots. Don't look like you're a massive army, but enough to draw either the turrets or maybe 1 or 2 away. From the south, if there's another car that pulls in while the guy's going into the station, that's fine. And you guys bring suppressive fire and push them to the north so that they can't get in. I'll text drop down. Hopefully open the doors. If not, door cracker it, which should block it in place regardless of EMP shielding. And the moment all this fire starts going off on net runners, you go in because at that moment it's not going to matter.
See, the
Or you
EMP
wait for the
is good
text.
against the fucking is against the locking up the engine as well. If we hit it with the EMP, that signal's not going to hit it. In other words, the engine won't lock, so we can use the door crackers freely at that point.
Yeah. Your
But then
plan.
you're waiting for the net runners to get there fast enough.
I know. That's why I need them to
And
go
as
in and
soon as
fast.
the net runners are there, I think they'll drive off. I think you have to open those doors, toss in the grenades to kill the drivers before anything else. Like, the net runners can be in there, but they're not going to get to those nodes.
I mean, I
Those controls,
agree
I
that
doubt
we
it.
can try that, but I think that they should gun it for that node as
that
fast
can be the
as
first
possible.
thing they go for, sure.
Sure. Yeah.
But I want that cab open and grenades tossed in.
I
and those guys dead.
I did mean
at the
for
same
these things
time.
to happen simultaneously. Yeah.
Then we're good. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
But Wraith, you want to interject? There's something.
You still
Well,
want to take the dishes to the south? I don't think that's such a bad idea. If we make sure that the one that they have to go to, the pump that they have to go to, is the furthest one to the south, that's a closer location than the north one, I think. At least less obvious.
Well, the north one makes it the easiest to pull into, and is the closest for all those buildings, which gives you a lot of cover. And now I would
Well,
put
that's
it between
not a bad
the top
point.
one and the second one.
Yeah, I
Personally,
get
I
you.
would put it in the
get
middle
you. I
there.
get you.
Now this thing is basically a tank, right?
Yeah, it is.
Ish.
Pretty much.
So,
I
so
mean,
again, my biggest fear
it's destructible. It's light
is-
enough.
here is that once they catch on, something's going to happen. They're just going to drive off to one of their help point.
That's
Which
why
is why we take the cab and the drivers on the EMP shielding to stop the engine.
And we have
All at the
Delilah
same
driving
time.
the Grundy.
So we're talking on a lot of things happening all at once. Okay.
Yes. Everything
Yeah.
starts at once. Just about.
Just,
Yes,
I
Raj.
mean, yeah, there's a little spacing. Yeah, go ahead. Rick.
I feel like Rex's vantage point is not great if you're at the northernmost pump.
I don't know, and I feel really bad, and I'm so sorry, Rex. I don't know that a sniper is more useful in this situation than someone else causing suppressive fire to keep control of security.
Overwatch, though, can give us our timing and our beat counts in case something changes.
So can radios.
Not from an overview.
We gotta keep calm silence until things go down, of course, but yeah. Only thing that should talk is Johnny when he sees the approaching car.
I don't even think he should talk then.
Oh,
When I
he
was gonna
should.
do lookout, I was going to give a different signal.
He should. He just shouldn't say, "Hey, the bullet's coming."
Right. I just feel like nonverbal signal would probably be better.
No, he's got to be way far to the north, so we have some time.
All right.
Which puts Johnny kind of out of the combat. That's okay. Little Runt needs to get his feet wet before he starts taking bullets. Isn't that right? He
I've been
grabs him by
taking
the head and
bullets
gives
since
him a
I
hard
could
shake
walk,
with
but
his
yeah.
cyber head.
I guess I got to earn a little credit with y'all.
Nah, you're a good kid.
He smiles big.
Okay. So let's just make sure we're all on the same page. We're still going to place the barriers, because I think blocking every single exit out of this lot is important.
If shit goes south, absolutely.
Yeah, because there aren't any there. They could just drive over the
Mm-hmm.
the turf if not. So we'll still place those ahead of time. We'll have the drones positioned. Still don't know that part yet. But we block up. You want to attack them on the northmost pump.
No, so if the north one is pump 1 and the one below it is 2, I want them in between 1 and 2. Because
Understood.
whoever's down there, like both of like Checkers and Colt, and when our runners pop up, because I assume you have to stay with the bullet once you have control of everything, you can use the pumps as cover. And I don't want one side to be out in the open.
Okay.
So between 1 and 2, or 2 and 3 if you'd like, but
The problem I see with that is they could use the pumps as cover long before our guys could.
our guys are going to, on that side, are going to be out in the open if we do it at that first pump. I
thought they were going into the houses. My bad.
It's
Wait.
here. You're talking about them parking here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't they
so-
already remove all the Chew-2 from the pumps so that we could be down there?
Yeah.
So there's no way to get gas to get that bullet train out of here.
We're gonna have a truck to the south.
Okay. All right.
The bullet doesn't have, like, it's not empty. It still has fuel.
Right. It just doesn't have enough fuel to make it to Night City.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They didn't drain the tank dry. That'd be crazy.
No, but my thought is if they're parked here, say, Colt is the one who's going to drive it and be on the driver's side, she's completely exposed to any enemy that might have come up this way if they manage to get around the suppressive fire. She's got no cover. Well, if she's here,
All right.
she can duck behind a pump. That's my only thought. Now, if you'd rather her be out in the open, that's fine, if you think that's better.
I'll defer to the group.
I think that would be a good use of the flashbangs, by the way, if they start trying to take cover behind the pumps.
I agree with you.
I think you're crazy if you try to take cover behind a gas pump.
If what? Sorry?
Yeah, could you speak up?
I think you're crazy if you try to take cover behind a gas pump.
There's no gas.
They don't know.
They don't know that.
Oh, for them to take cover. Yeah.
That's actually a fair point.
They will think this is a very dangerous situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just to recap, we get the truck to park in between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Some of our guys are waiting up in those houses to the north. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Me, Guy, me and Guy are waiting inside the station. And maybe Wraith is what I kind of picked up on you wanting him to be there, to be the gas
Wraith
station.
is really good at influencing people, so...
So he's the attendant. Because up in Oregon, they make you, they make an attendant pump the gas. Or chew to.
If you're okay with that, Wraith, being the attendant and telling them, sorry, the pumps aren't working, you need to pay inside, and persuading them, one of them.
All right, so when the guy gets inside, I keep accidentally saying Oz, but this guy's name is Oz. He says, me, Guy, and Wraith will take this guy out. At that exact same time, the techs come in from the canopy above, dropping down to the doors.
Mm-hmm.
And
the deckers.
And the net runners. What's a decker? That's a different universe. I
read about them in a comic once.
The deckers come in from below, pushing up the manhole to hack the...
If they have to push up the manhole, yeah. If not, guys, stay hidden until we've confirmed that we've pushed people away.
Right. And then they jump into the net from that point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're just trying to do your first objective in there is to get the EMP shielding down. Then wreak whatever havoc that you can.
Take control of the turrets and take control the spray jets.
Oh, you talking about the blood swarm?
Yes.
Things? Yeah.
If you got whoever's outside, wear your anti-smog breathing masks. But if you can take control, the net runners, of the turrets and the blood swarms and use them on our side, our benefit, we'd appreciate that.
That would be beneficial.
But Tex dropped the anti-personnel grenade in the truck while
throw them in there, yeah.
Yes, they drop.
They drop down,
hopefully.
Unlock the doors, throw the anti-personnel grenades in.
Close the door, hopefully, or at least take cover.
What are we worried about the security detail exiting the back and starting an armed assault on foot? Does that mean our guys on the north taking care of that?
We want the guys hopefully on the north to pull them away.
So they'll be able to hide behind the bullet in order to for cover if we don't attack it from both sides.
Yeah, after the techs throw the concussion grenade and they start pouring out the back, that's when the techs throw smoke grenades and flashbangs as necessary.
Okay.
No, that's when...
Force them away from the bullet.
You need 2 other people with the techs, in that spot, dealing with personnel. Because our techs... If those 2 grenades do not kill those drivers on that possible third person in there, that's who they're dealing with. I want you guys to grapple, kill, or grapple and toss those bodies out. Because once you control the cab, you control if the bullet moves or not.
Right.
Okay, but techs are coming down from above. The 2 extra hands that will do the suppression will be the car that pulls up behind the bullet.
Either the car that pulls up behind the bullet, yeah.
Ideally.
Ideally.
And then the people from the north will be the force that is pushing their people. Yeah?
I mean, if you have suppression coming from the south in the car that's here or here, right? Pushing them up away from the bullet, then the people in the north, kill them or keep them, if you can bring them in here and keep them contained in the square, better.
Yeah.
But that's going to require a lot of guns with a lot of suppressive fire. And I don't know what... I can't use that kind of weapon, personally. Just FYI.
For a brief period of time. And then we get in the vehicle and leave as quick as possible.
Correct. And the people up north should have cars hidden in those alleyways to get into them and run.
What's my plan for exit?
You, me, and Guy are going to be internal. Delilah's going to pull up the Grundy, and we'll load up into that.
Okay. I have limited mobility right now, so I needed to ask. I
Yeah.
also have medical knowledge.
The Grundy
to-
should have enough room. It's a truck, so we can just throw you in
Yeah.
the back.
I have medical knowledge, so I can help field treat people as necessary.
That's good to know.
Where are you picking up Braith?
We're going to have right in front of the gas station.
Okay.
That's where Delilah's going to drive in, probably from that lot to the north. That's what I think. It's where we'll park
Could
the
we not
Grundy.
park it behind the gas station if they're coming in?
Yeah,
from
there's
the
enough
west
space
side?
if we want to. Yeah.
Because then you just have to loop around the station. You don't have to come as far down. Or
Seems
if
like
there's a
the
back
same
door,
distance to
even
me,
better.
but sure. I'm fine with either way. I don't care.
And then we haul ass to the fuel truck, and then from the fuel truck to rendezvous, yeah?
fuel
There is a
truck to-
matter
to
of the
here.
guys to the north getting out. Are you just going to wait for the bullet and load up into the bullet, or are you going to take a different car?
Who?
The ones in the north.
The people in the north. So if they're shooting from the buildings here,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Ideally, they should have a car here.
I agree. That's what
Or here?
That's what I'm clearing.
So once the bullet starts, once we have the bullet, ideally, or the cargo in it, and we start moving, you guys stop shooting, get in your cars, and go.
Well, then John can move to position after he spots to pick them up.
Yeah. Yeah, John Boy can be driving down as well on the highway. But wherever our shooters are going to corral them, I want them to be moving towards their vehicles. I don't want anybody out in the middle of the fucking road when everyone else is trying to Delta, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a car should be
absolutely.
one or two
You guys should stay in the
movements
cover.
away.
Can you guys make that shot like that?
What shot? From where?
Across from the houses to the pumps.
I
Should be able
cannot.
to.
You can't?
People,
that's a problem.
my pistol is much better close range. I can keep guard with the techs, but if they
you
get
wanna
close,
be up inside there?
I can be up inside to protect
Are
them.
you
That's
sneaky?
fine.
Speaking of which, are you sneaky?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you, Checkers.
Mostly.
Okay. Not exactly confidence raising, but it'll have to do. We might have to anticipate a good chance of you all being spotted.
The only other thing is, how empty is the station normally? I can still.
I'm gonna assume if there's no gas, it's gonna be pretty empty, but I have no fucking idea.
I mean, could you pretend to be homeless,
That was
just
my
loitering
original plan.
around?
Can I
Because
be?
at that
No, you
point-
can't pretend to be homeless. You got to be the gas
No,
station
I know,
attendant.
but what I'm saying is that was my original plan, was to be
Yeah.
homeless.
Because if they can't
Right.
hide in the canopy, but they can pretend to be homeless, just hanging out.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. I was going to have them just drive up in a second car to serve as
Well-
whatever getaway we need to
So we have
fuel
the
up at that
Car
same
that pulls
time.
up behind, yeah?
Yeah.
What if we already
Okay.
had a car there as with one of our people, and then the techs are dressed as homeless people that are harassing them, asking for money or cleaning the windshields or whatever? Blending in.
Up to you.
Even just being in that second car. But I would say at that point, the pumps are going to have to be fairly close together, and Checkers should take the not driver's side.
Passenger?
Thank you. Just totally forgot what that was. I was like, the not driver's side.
Give
Passenger.
Moxie a break. There's a lot going on here.
And then when John comes south, that's when he pops the barriers.
Yeah.
Buy us a little more time on the back.
Yeah.
Then all we got to worry about is the front, yeah?
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's a lot less than what we were thinking we had to deal with.
Is there anywhere in the Badlands between the truck stops, we can stash the bullet without it bypassing that backup, or wait until that backup is coming from
Not really.
Like the
City.
tunnel or something.
Yeah, there's no tunnel, there's no...
I mean,
Can I
trying
roll a
to think.
local expert Badland to see if I know of a
yes, you may.
Like underpass or
closer,
something.
at least closer to Night City? Oh no, well, she used to drive around. Okay.
Is that where your local expert is?
I have 2 local experts. I have one in Watson and one in Badlands.
Go ahead.
I would like to spend 2 luck on this, however.
Go for it.
18.
18?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since you've been this way.
Mhm.
But you do recall going eastbound towards the hills, well, mountains. You could probably make it to some sort of underpass tunnel that way. That would not be in the direction of Night City, and that might actually be better for you.
She relates that to the group.
All right, I like it. So, is that a plan then?
So are texts coming in just in that second call?
I
Oh,
like them better on the
oh.
canopy. I'd rather not put another car at risk if we don't have to, but if we do need to, we can do that.
Uh-huh.
Gonna be one of your rides. I need to turn that off.
Mhm. If it's one of our rides, it should be the Galena. Because the Avante's not going to make it if you have to stop driving off
Hey,
road.
we can see what you're doing with Nightbot.
Oh, can you?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, now you know. I did a thing.
You did stuff.
You did.
What is with this text? It's like the most giant old person text I've ever
Oh,
seen.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
You're the one who did it.
I know. I don't know how to change it.
Check us. How are you feeling about all this? Hiding up in a canopy with a rope attached to. It's not going to be the most secure thing. Rappelling down.
Yeah. That one doesn't, or that really doesn't bother me.
Okay. And if you have to take out, do you have a weapon for close range combat?
Let me look. I mean, I've got grenades.
Okay, so that's a no. So after you toss the grenade into the cab, though, you can move and help clear out any security in the back.
Speaking of which, I
Because
don't
I can, with a pistol, can shoot the people in the cab if they're still alive.
don't think I know what grenades you're talking about, because we don't have any, do you?
I have some.
Like fragmentation? I don't know if I want to throw frag grenades in the
No.
trunk,
No, I've
in the
got an
cabin.
EMP and a couple incendiary.
And I don't
No.
want to throw either. Well, I mean, I do want to
No,
hit it
there's
with
a-
an EMP if we have to, but
We could make a concussion improvised explosive pretty easily.
Vex, would it be possible to get some flashbangs?
we have flashbangs. We could throw those.
I got flashbangs
No.
too, but
Correct.
I grew up on the streets. I've seen people
I
make
read...
It's short
concussion
notice.
bombs.
Oh,
No. I read about an article about Savoil. 1 minute. And can she go on her agent to pull up information on the K-Tech security grenades? Please, thanks.
sure.
Thanks. K-Tech security grenades, that's the ones. They deal damage to cover, or damage to personnel, but not to cover. So there's going to be some damage to the interior of the truck, but it's not going to explode it. And Savoil made these because they didn't want the fuel tanks from pirates to be attacked. So it shouldn't damage the truck. But should take out the drivers. Now, whether or not we can get any, and she looks at Rex with this, you can get them, right?
I mean,
Kind of look.
if I had time, it's the thing, we're out of here.
Right up here in the
if you
morning.
guys are good with going there ahead of time and setting all this shit up, I'll come the next day. Because I'm going to need to stick around and see to make sure I can pick those up. I bet I could do it in 2 days, but, you know, that's not exactly a common commodity.
Does that also get you? I really just need 2.
Sure, I can probably try to pick up 2. Maybe. I mean, we'll see.
Because, I mean, if you guys want to lob grenades incendiary or otherwise away from the bullet at the other personnel, sure, go for it. I don't care.
Create chaos.
Yeah, but the ones in the cab cannot damage the bullet because we ideally want the bullet to succeed. But if we can't get those grenades, then it's going to have to be people who can either pull the drivers out of the cab once the doors are open and fight close range.
Me and Guy could rush up there if we can't get a hold of him. We'll be nearby.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm good with the pistol, so I'm good close range. I cannot shoot from those buildings to the tank.
Should you be in the gas station with us? Or in the
I can be,
station?
or I can be in a different canopy, drop down, and then run up.
Okay, whichever
Either
one
or.
you want.
Hell, I can be down below with the manhole cover and pop that open, pop it from there.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, for what it's worth, a text could technically do the same.
Up to you. Is it too tiny now?
No, it's not that bad.
Alright.
Any thoughts?
I don't know. I think provided that there's enough cover in the canopy that we can kind of hide up there, I think that's probably the best bet because nobody's gonna be expecting that.
I agree, they're not going to be looking there. The only thing I worry about is when you drop the rope. Slide down.
If they're
But I
already
think-
causing chaos from the north, we might be.
I mean,
okay.
I agree with you. I don't. It's not bad at all. It's just the point where they could see you.
I mean, they could be
well-
one canopy away and closer to the back of the truck.
Don't you want them right above it?
They need
Drop
to be
right
right on
into the
top.
We need
spot.
right above it. Yeah.
And
Alright.
there's the
Not
ropes
right above
going
the
down as
cab.
P&R.
In the middle, then, or
Okay.
like slightly behind, so that they don't see the rope. But you
Sure,
can move
anything.
up.
Just whatever. They need to be able to get there, right when their feet touch the ground. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And guys,
Rope.
just remember that those turrets can rotate 360 degrees around, and can pretty much shoot minus 15 degrees downward. So
Yeah, they've got. a
hug the
pretty good
truck when
reach.
you're close.
Get real close to that truck.
Okay.
Sounds easy.
I think we have a plan.
And Deeps and Cammy, you guys know you'll.
I mean, our parts are pretty easy.
Get to the control nodes, shut things down, and create chaos.
And then once we tell you it's clear,
Come up
jump up from the tunnels and get into the back of the truck. Yeah.
into the back of the
bullet.
bullet. Understood.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Y'all eat your hot dogs.
I'm
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one.
Time to crack open the beer then, huh?
At that time.
I wasn't sure what we were doing. I'm gonna head back, grab my stuff.
Colt says, I
And,
fucking told you.
Well, I had to put his chair in the trunk. Do you see the size of my car? I don't have a lot of room.
All right.
You can fit a
That's
body
fair.
in that trunk, though.
I will be back within an hour, maybe hour and a half.
All right. All right. I just trying to save you drive. That's all. A
I
trip.
know. You know what? I miss driving. It's okay.
All right. You want somebody to go with you?
No, I should be okay.
Actually, I have an idea for those grenades you're looking for.
All right, what's your idea?
Well, I know a boat captain who might know somebody who has some, so I figured I'd shoot him a text and see if he knows somebody who's got some.
Oh, the grenades that you want Rex to pick up.
Yeah, the K-Tech. Because they're used mostly for naval stuff.
Sure, shoot him a text.
Okay.
Not gonna hurt.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, So I'll text Horatio and say, hey man, we have a job. We're looking for some K-Tech security. Know anybody who's got two? We just need two.
Okay. You send out the word. No reply yet.
Sure.
I'd wait like an hour just before taking off.
Oh, just to make sure.
Yeah,
Rex
because if we
says,
have to pick them up, then
"Can I ride with you? Because I need to head back to NC just in case."
yeah, of course.
Cool.
You remember the
Thanks,
guy
man.
was sold you the systems?
I do. Yeah.
That's the guy.
That's not a bad call, man.
That's
Yeah.
really smart, dudes.
Yeah.
Well done.
Hopefully he has some good news, but just in case, I should head back anyway. You need anything else? Anybody?
Maybe. I
Concept.
came ready to dress as a hobo, not a clerk. Do we have a line on a uniform?
I'm sure. Oz says, I'm sure the guy's gonna let you borrow one of his. Like I
Not my
said,
size.
I'm sure they've got something. Like I said, he's a chum.
I'm just saying it would be a silly detail to miss.
Yeah, it would be a really silly one. Mess.
Awesome.
You should
Yeah,
definitely pack a vest underneath, though.
Yeah, my only armored vest is a lab coat, so that might be a problem, but okay.
Then that's what you need. He looks to Rex. Rex says, all right, yeah, I could pick you up a vest, sure. You got cash?
How much is the vest?
I mean, I could probably get it for 120, something like that. Depends on what kind of vest you want.
Call it 150 and we're square?
Just 120, man. But
Alright.
depends what kind of vest you want.
Something that stops a bullet or two. I don't need to look like a stormtrooper or nothing.
So just an armor jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, 120.
Sounds good.
Nova. I'll try to pick one up. That should be pretty easy. So I might be able to come back tonight.
I give him the cash.
Okay.
I think I might head to bed early.
Your call.
I'm gonna go to my tent. I plan on reading Moxie's letter before I go to bed.
Okay. The rest of the group kind of hangs out, and just generally talks, shoots the shit. It's kind of a warm feeling that makes you, especially Moxie, nostalgic. Just this camaraderie, at least between the nomads, that indicates how close they are.
Mhm.
Guff given, that kind of thing. Though, you do get kind of the sense that there's like a little bit of a rivalry between Guy and Oz. Just kind of like a
Love triangle.
no. Well, yeah, there's that, but also kind of like a passive aggressive like alpha male type vibe.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm aware that alpha wolves do not exist.
That is a misnomer
That's the
entirely.
saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But you know what I mean when I say it. So the words matter. Anyway. So Hades, eventually you do get a call back, or a text back from Horatio that says, "Hey little buddy, I haven't seen you for a while."
Yeah, man, we've been busy on a job. Taking a long time.
It's for those grenades. Just need two.
I like that Shinzi is yelling at you guys.
When I throw away the trash can in the studio every week, it's all just aluminum from the Red Bull that we drink. Hashtag not sponsored, but Red Bull, seriously, get on this.
That's in black chrome, right? Do you have a page number?
I do.
I was just there. Dang it.
89.
I can get you a couple, 120 each.
Sweet. Have you left already yet?
How soon do you need them?
Moxie has not.
No.
I don't think.
Can you get them tomorrow?
It'll be a stretch, but I think so.
He said he can get them tomorrow.
Want to have me just meet him? I'll stay in Night City. If you want to stay here.
Yeah.
It looks like you need to take some time off your feet.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Yeah, tell him just to meet me in that place we traded the Segatari.
All right, I'll send. Hey, man, that fixer you traded with the Segatari. If you could meet him tomorrow at the same spot. He'll hook you up.
Bree, man. Haha, cool.
120 each.
Okay.
Appreciate it, man. Grab a beer sometime.
Hell yeah, little buddy. All right. You guys head back into Night City. And I think that's where we should close for the night.
She will give Rex 240 for the grenades.
He hands you 40 back. I can negotiate. I'll get him cheap.
Okay. I was sitting there at 16. I think she wasn't going to say no to 40 back. Okay.
All right. Awesome session, everybody. I really enjoyed it. Think you guys have a solid plan going on. I'm excited to see how it unfolds.
Everybody has their anti-smog masks, yes? With them?
I think that everybody has
I
one.
even have my spare.
Cool. As if there's anything you guys need from your apartment that you did not pick up, Moxie will grab it while she's there.
Chinzia, they did bring speed heal.
I've got 3 hits.
Games has 3 doses, yeah.
It's even on the character sheet.
Whoa.
Ooh, hey.
Cool. By the way, before Rex takes off, I should say, he throws you a baggie of Berserk games.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like to Moxie. I'm like, she's gonna be so confused.
No, he throws it to Wraith.
He takes it. I'll hopefully be returning all this back to you.
It's like a inhaler with 5 hits or 6 hits. So you should mark that also on your sheet.
I will.
Cool.
Just
Hopefully, I'll be
before-
returning this to you.
Did you want to deal with the letter next week or tonight?
Yeah. Do you want to read the letter tonight?
Yeah, I said I read it before I went to bed because I went to bed early.
Let's
so I
make
could
that
read
the
it.
last thing of tonight.
I totally thought I wrote it down and I didn't. Bad me. But you open the shoebox and inside, is a letter sitting on top of 1,000 folded paper cranes of various sizes, raising like from the size of your thumbnail to like actually like a couple inches large. And the letter says, "Brother, I was told a story once of someone who got really ill and made 1,000 paper cranes so they could make a wish and get rid of some disease that was incurable. It's a fable, of course, but the tradition has stuck around for people or family and friends to make paper cranes for someone who's in need of healing. I know these won't actually heal you, and I know more than your body is broken. You're not the same person today as you were when you were a kid. You're not the same person you are today as you were when I met you. But you're still the same person at its core. You've just grown. And my wish with these cranes is that you can heal and find a way to accept this new growth and this path that you're on. I love you, Wraith.
I fold it back up neatly and put it under my bed.
We'll close for the night. So once again, thank you for joining us. Once again, Undead, I will reach out to you for winning that copy of Black Chrome. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah. Woo!
And
Such a good book.
yeah, it is. And we will see you all next week, where we
Love you
have
guys.
our shocking, perhaps, conclusion
Thank you.
of this.
Season 2.
Yeah.
End of season 2.
Yeah,
I will say that there is almost no way this thing is going to fit into one.
probably.
It's clockwork. We'll get it done in the first hour and then have to vamp for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Look, we're not doing a charity stream that gives us pluses to our rolls for this.
Yeah. I know.
That's true. Love you guys. Thank you for watching.
See you.
Yeah.
See you next week. Bye bye.
Next
Good night.
week.